Welcome to Saving Throw. This is the Ironkeep Chronicles. I am your dungeon master. Some might say I am your dungeon bastard.
I would.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that.
Who said that?
Who said that? Havana said that. I'm Tom Lommel. Does it say Tom Lommel right here? I wish it did. No, it says it like
I think it says it over here.
Tom Lommel. If you don't know me, well, welcome to the joy, the charm, the special time that it is. Tom Lommel time.
Tom Lommel time.
This is getting creepier as we go.
Soak it in.
We're not expecting this.
Gaze deeply into my eyes.
Not on a teleprompter.
Meet not just on a visual level,
That's
but
what happens
also
when we go
on
off script.
a very deep, personal, sexual level.
Are we all gonna make out?
I couldn't get it out.
Woo!
Wow.
Would you want to leave now?
Welcome.
Yeah, just leave now. Yeah.
Very good. I am your host. I'm your dungeon master. Ironkeep Chronicles is our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game that we play every Wednesday here at Saving Throw Show. We are running through the Sunless Citadel, which is one of the latest adventures included in Tales from the Yawning Portal. Siamath
Oh, it's this guy.
Gave us a follow. Thank you so much.
This is what happened last time.
Yes.
What did you do last time?
Be care subs up times 7. Very
Wow,
good.
wow.
Very good.
Wait,
Very
his
good.
name's different though, because it was Siamath Pirn Karn last time.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's his brother.
I think it was Karn.
New username,
sister.
maybe.
Forgot his password. Happened to me all the time.
Hey, everybody. So that's who I am, your creepy, jackassy host. Let's go around the table and meet the assemblage of players which have been brought together that I will wreak my RPG carnage upon their very souls. That's
Yeah, this is.
off-putting.
I've got
What
a lot
happened
of
to you today?
emotions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I don't know if it's too much
Making me
caffeine or
nervous.
Pendulum swung too far the other direction.
not enough
that time.
caffeine. To my right, Mr. Gaurav Galati, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, hi everybody. I'm Gaurav, and I'm playing Thorn of the Wood,
Thorn of the
who
Wood.
is a ranger and folk hero of the city of Oakhurst. Thank you for the follow. I'm still Johnny.
I'm still Johnny, she said. Smiled in that special way.
That's a
I'm still
It went back to
Johnny.
sensual.
That's
I
a
don't
song.
know. I don't know what's happening.
Who is Johnny? Those of us of a certain vintage will remember.
A certain
DeBarge. Thank you very
Are
much.
you a glass of wine? How many legs do you have?
I've had a couple glasses of wine. That explains
Have
the top
you?
of the show.
At
No, I'm
Chipotle?
100% sober. God, can you imagine if Chipotle served
I
wine?
think they
They
do.
There's
do.
a Starbucks on Sunset that serves wine.
I'm going there after
Ooh.
this. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Meet us
No
there.
drunk like a Hollywood drunk, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, baby.
Grav, what else is special about your character? Can you name 2 things? I can name 1.
Oh, go ahead.
Ooh, yeah.
What do you
have
think
a
is
bow
special?
named Rainmaker,
Well, that's
which
the
you
obvious
inherited
one.
from your father.
Once again, not that cool.
Why don't you like this name? Why don't you like this name? What did you name your dagger?
I didn't name it. Naming weapons is so last year.
Anyways.
Maybe we'll let the chat name the next weapon you find.
Booger butt. I bet is
You mean
what-
Havana's weapon, not mine. Yes, I have a bow that was handed down to me, and it can open to the demi-plane of arrows when I so choose. Just feel like, let's just take a visit to the demi-plane of arrows, see what's happening. Usually it's raining. It's always raining.
Arrows, yeah.
Second special thing, let's see. I don't know. I'm pretty normal compared to you guys. Like, you're the weirdo.
That means you're the biggest freak of all of us. It's
Yeah.
because you don't show.
Because I don't think...
No, because you're not making it outwardly apparent that you're a freak, so you're the biggest freak.
I have
Did
trouble
check that?
trusting in my allies. Did you know that? I don't trust you.
Rude. Rude.
Are you kidding me? The
Rude.
girl opening shit doors?
Quiz
no
I
question.
did not know.
Quiz question. If this party was the Breakfast Club, which
Oh.
character would your character
You'd be the weird girl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
All
I
right.
got the accent already, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
yeah.
I did
Havana,
really
what does that make you? Havana Mahoney is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo, 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 woo. Pencil in the ear.
What's this? Oh, my worst fucking nightmare.
Well, here's a secret we just found out for free.
Well, welcome.
I watched a show today where someone gets a dagger and the sole purpose of busting their eardrum.
Sesame Street?
Oh, Sesame Street has gotten so dark, guys.
Once I got on HBO, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy,
HBO Minute.
Grover's got a death wish.
Yeah,
are you
what's
playing?
what's the guy's name?
Oh,
I'd
you'd
be that guy, right?
Bender? You'd be Bender?
That's
Isn't
his
that
name.
Isn't his name Bender?
Super Grover.
The guy
No.
who jumps in the
What?
air. at
No,
the
in
end.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast
Oh,
Club.
I thought we were talking about.
Johnny
Ja-
Bender, right? Isn't that his name?
Something like that.
Wow.
It's Johnny.
Yeah,
For sure.
Because there's that
So
whole
you'd be
monologue
Johnny.
where he's like, "Smoke him up,
Yeah,
Johnny."
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I swear to God, his name is he messes
I'll
with
look it up,
Willie,
I'll look
get
it up.
the
Go on,
horns.
And you'd be the preppy.
Yeah,
girl.
I'd definitely be Michael.
Oh,
C.
Claire?
yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
I thought you were Claire.
I thought I'd be
Are you
Michael
sure
C.
you're not
Hall.
Claire?
I could be Claire.
I thought you would be Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're Michael C. Hall.
You haven't explained to Lizette who your character actually is, other than somebody from a reference to a movie that she may or may not have seen.
Well, my character's Avril Birdsong. She is a gnome rogue. So
I
she's.
thought you were a halfling for some reason.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
She
why
is.
I said gnome. Sorry.
They're the same
I'm
height.
so tired. Halfling rogue, and I'm always up to no good, causing some antics, and opening doors that maybe have a bunch of feces and rats. in
Yeah,
them.
that
Not
happened
on
in this section.
purpose. I didn't know
That
that
was
was in there.
definitely
I didn't know that was in there.
It smelled like shit, and you swung it open, and then
Listen,
Open your arms
listen.
up to the-
Every video game I've played, if you've got a bathroom, you've got to look in the toilet because there's always supplies
Something in
in
the
there
toilet.
every
Well,
time.
I'll give you that.
Were
yeah.
you disappointed you didn't find like a little pill bottle with like a cap on it?
Yeah.
Maybe stim packs
Where
or hearts
are
pack or
my
something?
stim packs in that shit room?
I think
yeah.
for the benefit of both our chat and Lizette, you need to explain your relationship
Oh, right.
with our young paladin, Grayson Hale,
Yeah,
over here.
that's important.
So my parents left when I was young, didn't say anything to anybody, and so Grayson's family adopted me, and now he's really protective of me and thinks of me as my sister, and I'm very resistant of that.
Oh.
It's there's some weird tension,
Yes.
right?
yeah,
Right.
Yes.
that's a good word.
There is
Yeah.
now,
Are we
yeah.
family? Are we family or not
That's weird.
family? It's that kind of
Yeah.
tension. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. Speaking of our young paladin, Eric Reichert is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
Hey.
I am playing Grayson Hale, the paladin of Torm, who's basically the god of helping people. And I've never done my one cool thing. I don't know if they know what my one
Yeah,
cool
what
thing
is it? I thought
No,
about that last
you're
time.
right. I don't
Yeah,
think you have.
because it's the hand resolute, where I can command someone to enter a
Oh.
state of quiet contemplation for,
That's right.
for
Oh,
a
God.
turn, and they can't do anything.
Yeah, you
never
can
be
basically
me.
like de-aggro them, like
Yeah.
a calming peace settles over them.
Yeah.
All right. So other than being like other than having a stick up your butt,
Yeah,
what
he's a
else
very
is-
he's a very pious individual.
Except for that one time.
Except for that time you tricked him into having sex with a hooker in Neverwinter.
I
So-
didn't trick you. I didn't trick you.
You didn't trick
I
your-
didn't make you. I didn't take your weenie out and put it in someone. Okay,
Did she?
I did. No. That would be too far.
There's that tension again.
Even I have a line.
There are differing accounts as to how the liaison between the lady and Grayson actually occurred.
Yeah,
The
there's the
circumstances
truth.
under which that took place.
He
And
was
there's
fresh
a
from the
lie.
convent. He hadn't seen the big city before.
Oh.
He,
Bright-eyed.
Easily tempted.
Yeah.
Easily tempted.
he was challenged and he failed, but he knows that and he's working on it.
All right, very good, very good. So that brings us to the new person at our table, guesting
Hello.
tonight, sitting in for the fabulous Amy Vorpal, who is, of course, otherwise engaged with some extracurricular business.
She's with a
Deals.
prostitute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the
Is it
prostitute.
arranged or was it her own idea? That was the
I
question.
tricked her into it.
You
Yeah.
tricked her into going.
Really
Very
good.
good. So while
Really
Amy's
good.
off indulging in a life of sex work.
She's not a prostitute.
Oh,
Well, she's not a
Maybe it's not
prostitute.
her life. I mean, she's.
That came out well.
Yeah.
Someone clip that and
Let's
just send it
just-
to Amy.
Send it to Amy.
Just
yeah.
send that section to
Scrub
Amy
that-
and with no
scrub that-
context.
oh, yeah, exactly.
Zero
Just
context.
get like angry text. What the fuck? What? Seriously? What is this? What is this clip? Go back and watch the thing. I'm not going back and watching the thing. I can see it now. Very good. Amy is otherwise busy tonight. So Lizette G. Marie came in. Thank you. Lizette, for our friends at home, you will be playing Yuzdrael,
Yes.
the kobold sorcerer, leader of the kobolds, whom all of our audience should be fairly familiar with. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, about myself?
Yeah, like I know, but most people don't know you're an improviser.
Yeah, I'm an improviser at Impro Studio in Los Feliz. Check out improtheater.com if you want to learn about our shows. And other than that, I just, writer and an improviser. That's
Very
what I
good.
do.
But like some gaming, not a ton of gaming, right?
Right,
Yeah.
no, just
So you're a gaming
noob.
That's
Absolute.
okay. That's
Oh my
okay.
goodness.
When we first launched Saving Throw Show and did our first D&D campaign, we had lovely Virva come sit in on our game, and she really didn't know very much about D&D or its mechanics or stuff like that. But you know what? It provides an entree for those people who are watching at home who aren't super familiar with the game themselves to be like, oh, I relate to her.
I barely know how dice work.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Well,
so I'm
that's
really
okay.
excited.
We're
Thank you,
here-
RJ Canuck, for the $15.
Yes.
Yeah,
RJ
yeah.
Canuck. Oh, I suppose I should turn on my up Periscope DM monitor here. Ladies and gentlemen, before I don't know what any of these things do. I'm just pressing buttons on the screen.
It looks like.
Before I get too far into our setup for this evening, I do want to mention an event that we have coming up on June 17th at 2 o'clock p.m. at the Barnes & Nobles in Burbank. I will be appearing along with Mr. Gaurav Gulati and Mr. Dom Zook, but primarily with Mr. Scott Woodard, who will be there promoting his book, Cinema and Sorcery, The Comprehensive Guide to Fantasy Film. So I'm sure it starts with Lord of the Rings, or maybe ends with Lord of the Rings. It's got The Last Unicorn, Hawk the Slayer, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, Brave, How to Train Your Dragon. So it has a series of essays on all of those films. We're going to be there. He'll be talking about the book, I assume signing copies. He's also a game designer, works with Pinnacle, does Savage Worlds. He's done Savage Worlds things, is that correct?
Yeah, Six Gun he wrote, and
Six
also,
Gun.
which is Savage Worlds, and also the new Flash Gordon.
Oh, the new Flash Gordon. Very good.
Ooh.
And then at least the four of us will be playing a little starter game of Dungeons and Dragons, and maybe we'll have somebody from the audience come and sit in with us
absolutely.
and play along or have some sort of interactive experience there. So if you are in the greater Los Angeles area and feel like taking a little detour to Burbank, catch us on Saturday the 17th at 2 o'clock at the Barnes & Nobles in Burbank. And hey, you can go to the IKEA afterwards, which is enormous.
Yeah.
Their lunchroom is
love
bigger
that
than my
place.
entire apartment building. I am not kidding you about that.
Yep, definitely true.
It is huge.
So are those meatballs.
Yeah, they're so good. Though.
So big.
It's so cheap.
All right.
Cheapest balls I've
So,
ever eaten.
one thing I need to explain for our folks at home, and also for the benefit of Lizette, since she this is on top of all of the rules and whatnot. But we have a special currency in our game that we use to modify the game as we play. So these coins represent a thing called bumps. They're graciously, look at that, I got it on the bounce. Yes!
Nice.
Oh, 3 for
Wow.
3. Graciously supplied by our friends, Campaign Coins. Get your own. They're really cool little 20-sided tokens that we've used in a bunch of our different games. I love these things. But each of these represents a +1 that you can add on any die roll. So if you feel like, oh boy, this is a saving throw, I don't want to get burned by this flaming oil or whatever, I'm going to spend a bump. Or I'm going to spend, you can spend up to 3 on a single roll.
Okay.
And that will add plus however many you spend on that roll. You can do it on any roll. You could do it on your damage dice if you wanted to do some more damage. You could do it on an attack roll if you wanted to help give yourself a better chance of hitting something with your spell or whatever it is. So with that in mind, that is where we're at. So that's one thing. BSB Care gives Lizette 1 bump.
Nice.
So, and I'm Still Johnny uses his sub to give Havana a bump.
Nice.
Johnny.
RJ Canuck.
Firewolf, thanks for a reset.
What's up, Fire Wolf?
Times 5. RJ Canuck gives the table a bump, so everybody gets another one. I get 3.
Wow, wow, we wow.
Because that's the way it works for that. And then finally, I have a little thing called inspiration. I did bring my Funko Pops.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're the vampire lady,
you're
right?
Dakota
You
Fanning
get
from Twilight.
inspiration. RJ Canuck gives
Nice.
inspiration. So these little statues, little Funkos, represent inspiration. You can again spend this in advance of a D20 roll, only a D20 roll, and it gives you advantage on that roll. What that means is instead of rolling one 20-sider, you roll 2 and you take the higher one.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just have to declare before. It's not like a re-roll where you go, oh, I got a 3. I'm gonna use my inspiration. That's not the way it works. So those are our main game modifying things, and chat can purchase, gift, share those things around. And Firewolf also gives Avril another bump. You've got 2.
Thanks, Firewolf.
Boom. All right. So, just for a quick refresher, do you want to talk briefly about what happened last session, or you want me to just cover it quickly?
We can talk about it. We were waking up from resting for the first time in the Sunless Citadel.
You had just rested overnight. You had just achieved 2nd level.
Yes, we hit 2nd level. And we found out that our gnome compatriot that we had rescued had died overnight because his heart had turned into wood
Apple
and then
wood,
had
yeah.
grown out into vines into his veins, and it's pretty grotesque. And then Avril stabbed it. That was you, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like you.
Yeah, that sounds
Sounds like
yeah, it's definitely.
I'm gonna assume
Bad
it's her.
happened.
I never said anything bad happened. I'm just
Well-
You
trying
don't need to bring it up because nothing bad happened.
Except Amy's character heard him still screaming.
Yeah, that was weird.
None of us heard that, so we just assume she's crazy.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah. But then there was a loud series of explosions, which signaled that the goblins... Unrelated. Goblins were invading the Sunless Citadel into kobold territory, and then we had to defend it.
That was the whole
Yes,
session.
that
like
was
a giant
Pretty
that
much,
was
fight.
most
yeah.
of the session was
Yeah.
a giant fight
It's a
where
defense.
where goblins were streaming into the kobold territory from one side, and then the goblin chief and his lackeys came rolling in from the other side. So it was a big, long fight. I already gave you some background that the kobolds have a pet dragon, a small pet dragon. That was also brought to bear in the combat. Grayson
Yeah.
did a nat 20 animal handling check
Yeah, he did.
and directed
Yeah.
the beast to breathe on. Like I think did he kill one of those guys straight up with his
No,
frost breath? or
but
was-
he took a heavy hit.
Yeah,
out
took
of
a big
that.
chunk
he
out of it.
blasted him pretty hard.
Avril
All right,
pushed
table gets
Yeah,
inspiration.
it did.
Thank you, James V.
Was that James V?
Are we gonna put, yes, sir, Mr. James
Yes.
V.
Can I get
Thank
2
you.
then?
All right.
Yes, Firestorm.
That's not the way it
I already
works.
have one.
Use it now, hurry.
We'll let you refresh after you use your first
Thank
inspiration.
you.
Yes. All right. So that happened. You also talked to Eustrail a little bit. Eustrail gave you basically kind of like whatever remaining treasure that she had
Right.
as thanks for defending them against, you lost. I would say there was probably, you had like 15 kobolds who were following you under your control, and now you have about 5. One of them is this guy named Meepo, who is like sort of the dragon tamer kind of guy. And then the other 4 just nameless followers who you've been with, on this whole expedition. So that's where we kind of left it. I would say to start the session, you're probably going to need like just an hour or 2 to kind of like regroup, mop up the bodies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
You did have a long rest available to you at the end of last session, so we're just gonna like kind of punch the ticket on that.
Okay.
And start fresh this session. You're not going to be wounded at the top of the session or anything like that. So that's where we're at.
We didn't level, guys.
You came
So
close.
close.
You're
So
150
close.
XP away from becoming level 3. That was when you murder 20 goblins and
Yeah.
a bunch of stronger goblins, that's a lot of. There's a lot of juice.
There's a lot of juice.
There's a lot of juice there. All right.
Blood is what I would call it.
So you have taken a couple hours to clean yourselves up, to kind of clean up the carnage, and maybe like put the bodies at least in some sort of like semblance of a place where they could be prepared for funeral rites and that sort of thing. You have not had any further incursions or seen any other goblin activity in the past 2 hours or so. Nothing has happened to you Nothing remarkable.
Okay.
So, that being said, you are at a point where you can decide, what would you like to pursue next?
Can I see the map?
Yes.
And what's
Ooh.
Lupus
Lupus
Phoenix.
Thanks for the donation.
Wow.
Isn't lupus a bad thing?
No, it means wolf.
That's
Isn't
right.
it also a disease, though?
That's lupus, though. Isn't that with a U?
Oh.
This is lupus.
Uh,
So this is a
I don't
werewolf
think I have
phoenix.
2 copies
Yeah.
of this, which is
Ooh.
too bad. But yeah, share it around a little bit. I'm sure Lizette will be interested to see.
So
What's
we're still in the Hall of Dragons here, or are we
Yeah.
kind
So
of?
why don't we put it in the middle of the table so
Sorry, folks.
we have an idea here of what's going on. So this is kobold territory right here. Goblins came from over here. The party previously had gone up into this area.
We didn't go over here yet.
No, you haven't been up to these rat ones.
We
The-
avoided the fountain of death.
The
I
kobolds,
still want to go there. You guys
the-
said we could.
the goblins came
is true.
through this locked door.
Right. That was blasted open.
Yeah, that was blasted open, and you could see that beyond that door there was a hallway, and it had a big 2x12 laying in the hallway. It looks like that was used to. You guys surmised somehow that it was laid down in order to get around, avoid some sort of pit trap or something that the kobolds had set up. So being the leader here, that you had double locked those hallway doors, and you had set up a pit trap down there, but the goblins circumvented it. The table gets another bump.
Yay!
There we go.
Thank you, Rastan.
Good,
for
good.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you
Lupus
for
Phoenix gave everybody the bump.
Oh, thank you,
Lupus.
Lupus.
Razdan has given us a follow. Very good. Very good. So,
What's tack? What's tack?
oh yeah, like
What's tack?
again,
Okay.
so she goes and examines the dead body of the goblin chief,
Okay.
and even though the guy is very clearly like toast, right?
Right.
He is not moving. You're convinced like you could roll him over. It's just a dish rag. He is dead. She sort of like looks at him and she kind of grabs her head and just is like, "Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!" And she gives again this kind of like guttural scream that you've heard her do before, and that energy cocoon again pops up around her. So Amy's character has these psychic abilities that no one quite understands, maybe not even her. And conveniently, her character goes into this energy cocoon fugue state whenever she can't make the game.
I mean, I did crush his head with my hammer. Like, I don't.
No, we're pretty certain he's dead.
Yeah. But yeah, she goes into that energy cocoon and just sort of like locks up and goes into this bizarre meditative state that you can't raise her from or knock on the glass. Like, she's just in there.
Okay. I want to talk to Used Rail.
Okay.
Is she all healed up from? Because she was pretty beat from last time.
Yeah, she is pretty beat. You
That's good to know. What's up?
You were looking real rough. How are you feeling?
My spirit strong because I know that there is probably nothing else bad in this place. I'm feeling that in my gut,
Okay.
and that it's going to be really easy to take over, and we should do that because then my religion, which is called
you are a member of the cult of the
or
dragon.
the cult of the dragon,
Yes.
then we can take over this place again, the Sunless Citadel. That's what it's called.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
It's a temple. Yep.
Temple.
I mean, have you heard about Torm? Torm's a pretty cool god. I mean, dragons are, they're nice, but.
She already got one, Grayson.
Oh.
Leave her
Stop
alone.
pushing, man.
Oh, all right.
Well, I will say you are much tougher than the kobolds we've seen and sadly slain before, but sometimes they're a nuisance. We have to protect our city, our little village, and sometimes
What are you saying to her?
I'm saying she's very tough for a kobold.
Were you saying you killed her friends?
Well-
Were you like saying?
She has to know that we've.
Can I
feel like maybe that's something you just shouldn't like mention
Can I,
for no
like,
reason.
Shock grasp him, but like in just a little fu way, like
just
not in
in
a
a
real
friendly way?
hurtful like.
handshake with one of those buzzers on it?
Yeah,
You
prank
can
him.
do prestidigitation would give him just like a little like pinprick kind of
Alright.
kind of thing.
Just gonna be
Yes! I don't mean any.
I told you.
It was a compliment. It was a weird compliment. I'm sorry. I'm not
like
good
really.
with people or women.
really
Obviously,
bad,
I'm
obviously.
not. Okay, I'm sorry. I have a question for you. I seem to be running low on arrows. May I have some from your stores?
Oh, so will they be used to kill any kobolds
No,
in the future?
Really like bad negotiating. Really bad.
No, of course not. We fight with you now. You saw how many
Now.
goblins I killed? Many goblins.
You just
More
don't
than
go
one.
up to somebody and be like, "Hey, I killed your friends, but I didn't kill you because you're tough."
That's not what I said. Those weren't my words.
Essentially, you also told her she looked rough.
You're putting words
Why'd
in my
you
mouth.
do that?
Okay, would you,
don't
like to
tell,
talk to her?
You don't
would
tell
you like...
women they look rough.
Yeah, you just walked in and you were like, you look tired.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm with her.
Listen, Uzrael, he doesn't have very good social skills. I'm so sorry about that.
He spent
But-
a lot of times in the woods.
He spent alone, very alone. I don't know how many women he's even seen,
Plenty.
let alone a gorgeous lizard woman as yourself.
Thank you.
Oh, that's not weird.
But
That you're saying that.
I hear
ask
your
her about the
sarcasm. I
arrows.
know.
Women
I would if
can
you
compliment
would
each other. It's
Ask her
not
about the
weird. It's
arrows.
not weird at all.
It's not weird.
We really appreciate your help in this matter, and we appreciate you giving us your magical items. Is there any other? I'm working on it, man. Thon, go lay down. Go take a nap.
Okay,
Messing with me.
I'm tired.
Is there any extra weapons that you can spare? I know that myself and my companion is a little short on arrows, particularly.
If I give you these arrows, are we going to work together to secure?
Yeah. This was kind of something that happened a long time ago, and I think he brought it up because he feels really bad about it, you know. But we've been working together this whole time, and
Yeah.
it feels good and it feels right, and I'm ready.
You know what? It feels
Yeah.
good to me too.
Yeah, cool.
I never thought I'd feel this way working with humanoids and.
Oh wait, I thought we were following.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't. But,
No, it's fine.
No, it's,
that happens to me a lot.
yeah, I
So,
know, it's
yeah.
cool.
Well, a
That's
timely
it.
follow.
But yeah, if we could get stockpiled with that, and then I don't know. I mean, I'm for going deeper into Goblin territory and helping make sure you guys get this whole temple to yourselves, and we get whatever extra things we find.
And I would really
Treasure.
like to
You
find
guys
out
could take the
for
treasure.
sure
Thank
that
you,
I
yeah.
didn't kill Gregory, that Gregory didn't turn into a goblin, and I didn't just murder him. That would be nice. to
I
find
really
out.
think that's unlikely. But Tech does seem upset. Maybe it's her sister. Did we clarify that last time that I
No,
was
we
not?
Well, you did do an intelligence roll
Yeah, he's
and
like-
ascertain that, like, if it is Gregory
Oh, it's
transformed
not, yeah.
somehow, he's really weirdly transformed.
Yeah, like it doesn't
dramatic.
look any
Yeah.
way like
I
him.
think it's more likely that some of their stuff got pinched and they're wearing it.
Yeah.
Like what you're talking about is on some, I don't know, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle kind of vibe.
I don't know what that is.
Like they step in the goo and they're normal turtles, but then they turn into big old turtles that can speak, talk, and.
Didn't you see that play in Neverwinter?
Yeah.
I was there. I saw that.
Yeah.
play.
Maybe it wasn't called that. Maybe it was called Young, Malformed, Warrior.
Tortillions.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Tortillions.
Tortillions.
Yeah.
I avoid
I
the theater
misspoke.
for it's very liberal. I don't
Oh.
enjoy it.
Well, maybe that's why you're so culturally stunted. But,
Those of us in the Cult of the Dragon love theater. I love it.
Yeah, and you've seen that one. It's good.
Yeah, it's great. I related to it.
Go warrior, go warrior, go.
Go,
Go
warrior,
warrior,
go,
go
warrior,
warrior,
go.
go. That's
Go,
my favorite
warrior.
part. Yeah.
It's a good one.
But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, it's not them. They just
Yeah.
put on some of their stuff or something. That
Probably.
make right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank
okay,
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abby.
Do you
It's
feel
gonna be
better about
okay.
it? I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Give me money.
All right, before we go any further, we also have to draw
Oh no.
Lords of the Iron Keep. So, would you like to draw who is Ascendant?
Sure. I picked this one.
Okay. It is Orcris and Balvalor Greywind. Track, hunt, embrace danger. So anytime you do something that is related to one of these three things, you get a +1 die 3 bonus to your roll. Why don't you pick who is the dominant lord currently? Arun Mox. You will have advantage whenever you attempt to sneak, hide, enter, or escape.
Nice
Oh,
score.
That is fortuitous. And then, of course, Grayson always gets to pick who the stinker is. And that is Aelawar Venexus. Watch, listen, and implement a plan. Steve
we don't play in that much
Riekeberg.
anymore.
Thanks so much for... Maybe it's Steve R. Eikeberg.
Steve Reich
I
Eberg.
am bound and determined to pronounce everybody's name
Is that
wrong.
you?
No.
So
that's not
whenever
how
you do
spell
something
Reich.
related to watching, listening, or implementing a
Eric.
plan,
Yeah.
you're at
Steve.
-1d3.
Okay.
So
I
that
feel
roll-
so
that rolls
bad.
against
It's
you.
like every 2 seconds there's like one more super nerdy,
Word.
complicated thing you have to I'm so sorry.
So, with all of your deliberations drawn to a close, what have you decided?
Oh, man, what did we decide? Okay, so
We
more
have to
arrows.
go-
So how much can we get from her stash?
Good question. Why don't you roll 2 die 6? That's how many arrows you have immediately available to you. 4? She's only able to round up 4.
Where'd you,
I'm sorry.
like from your pocket? Like, why do you only have 4?
They've, you know,
They used them against the goblins.
yeah, they've been under siege by the goblins for a while. They
Rough.
also just had this enormous
Rough
fight.
use. She's holding a grudge because
Is
you
this,
said
uh,
that shit about her friend.
This is the first batch, I assume.
Here's the thing. She has short bow arrows, right? You have a long bow.
Oh.
Different draw.
Oh,
No,
those
I-
won't
I-
even work.
I'd like the longer one.
So those are the 4 long ones. Those are the only
Oh.
4 long ones
Oh.
that she had.
Oh, okay. I was like, I have a crossbow. Could maybe
All
make
right.
that work.
By the
Suppose.
way, we have reached tier 1, so we have a short rest available.
Oh, hell
Cool.
yeah.
Thanks to our donations from our
Thank
folks at home.
you, Chet Aruni.
Thanks, Chatteroony.
All right. So you've refreshed your arrows. I'm going to sort of just assume that there's maybe a second potion or something like that that gives you your abilities all back up to full, so you're healed back up to your full hit points, etc.
Alrighty.
Right?
Cool.
That way we don't have to
All the
carry
little
over.
kobolds gather around
Right.
her and
Yeah,
heal her.
Right. And do a little ritual of a healing ritual.
Take over.
We tickled her better.
That's how it works down here.
God.
All right. So, what's your plan of action? What would you like to pursue?
All right. Well, you guys said if we did the thing and came back, we could go back to the rat warrens. You said.
I think.
You said.
All right, we did say that. We
Yay!
did say that. But
Oh,
would
we
you
did say
recommend going to the Rat Warrens?
Is that with the door with the shit rat?
I assume that's a.
No, that was over.
If this was
that
a-
was here.
Oh, all right.
No,
Well, no,
that,
no.
that was here.
That was
Shit
here.
rats was
Oh
there.
yeah.
These are just regular, more
did
terrifying
put-
rats.
If this
Oh,
was a
approving.
hallway of shit rats, I assume this is just an apartment building full of them.
Oh, that sounds better.
So what you know about that part of the complex is that like that part is completely overrun with these giant diseased rats, right?
Yeah.
And that's sort of like a no man's land. Nobody really controls that. Neither goblins nor kobolds have been able to take over that part of it. You're not sure
Oh, that sounds magical.
why maybe the goblins haven't made a harder push to control that area, but you haven't been able to take it over because of the number and size of rats that have infested that part of the complex. So,
If you want to become the lord of this lair, the lady lord of this lair, I feel like you should clear out the garbage. You know,
It's like part of, like spring cleaning.
you wouldn't
know?
have someone come into your home and be like, "What's that? Oh, that's the
Yeah.
trash section. We don't go
Yeah,
there."
if you bought a house from a bunch of heroin addicts,
Right.
you would want to clean out all the heroin
You would want to
needles.
kill all the heroin addicts.
You want to kick all those heroin addicts out of your house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what you got to do now.
Would there be any advantage to, like, if that was
She's clever.
secure?
She's catching on to
If
this.
this was secured, like, would it help us in any way?
What if you're asleep and a big old rat decides to wander out of the rat warrens because it say, I'm tired of living where I'm told to live. I'm going to try living over here. Comes in your bed, bites your neck, turns you into a young, malformed rat warrior.
Where
Where rat?
Where rat?
Where
yeah.
rat?
That's a real thing.
I'm not going to make you roll for this. So,
Because it was so good.
What if a rat starts training turtles
So-
martial arts?
You did see it. You were there. You saw
yeah.
it.
Liberal my ass.
So it would be nice to maybe liberate whatever sort of Cult of the Dragon relics might be in that area. You haven't been able to like explore it. So on the one hand, there's an advantage to that, yes. But you are probably more immediately concerned about the fact that this door is open that goes to Goblin territory, and even though you haven't
Seen
anything
goblins?
for the past 2 hours, it makes you nervous that there's only really like 5 or 6 of you left, and especially if the 4 of you take off, if 6 more goblins show up, you're going to come back and there's not going to be anybody left.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's in the direction of the goblins.
Not really.
No. It's really not.
We can always come back.
Yeah.
Later.
We
You
made a promise.
guys said.
I know, and
we
we're
made a
not.
promise.
We're not taking
Yeah.
that away. We're just going to come back later.
You
later.
said after we did the thing, we could go to the rat warrens.
We said after we got, after we found Tack's sister and Gregory, which we haven't done yet.
That's true.
You didn't say that.
It was heavily implied that that's what we were doing.
Oh yeah, well it was heavily implied that you owe me 100 gold.
I don't heavily implied.
Right?
I don't have it on me. I don't carry money,
Okay,
really.
you owe me then, huh?
That sounds legal. Yeah.
What about the Fountain of Death? Ain't nobody else curious about that.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but
Do you know anything about the Fountain of Death?
Do I know anything about the Fountain of Death?
Do you know anything about that?
I'm just curious.
He's like, don't go over there because they didn't plan that in this segment.
Yeah, you can go over there if you
I
want.
haven't drawn that map yet.
I remember reading that part of the adventure.
4 weeks ago.
Where is it? What number is it? Tell me what number it is.
It doesn't say any
What?
numbers on here.
What?
Number.
That's okay.
47, maybe?
No.
It looks like a
Just make
47.
up one?
It looks
I
like a
guess you-
47.
Well, because I mean, it depends on where they start counting. Do they do it this way?
So you don't know a lot about the Fountain of Death or that area because once you get up kind of into here, there's so many rats that swarm around in here that you haven't ever really bothered to. This looks like it's dried up. You know that this fountain is dried up. You have it marked here, dry fountain.
Yeah, but that-
They managed to open the sealed door, which you had not been able to get open. But it just seemed like too much of a hassle. You always focused your efforts. The other reason that you haven't really explored this area is that the goblins are right around the corner here, and so you're always afraid, well, if we start a fight here, they'll come out of here, and then we'll be trapped in here, and we won't be able to get out. So in terms of like knowing a lot about what's going on in that area, you don't know a lot about
I
what's
don't know.
No, but you know that it looks like there's a dry fountain. There's a lot of rats. You know that there's one kind of like monster mama rat that lives up there that has eaten a couple of your people. That's what you know about the rat warrens.
Where do I think the like rest of the goblins are right now?
Well, so there's rooms on this map that aren't drawn in, right? And so you don't know. Nightsteed kicking in the little cashola. Thank you very much.
Nightsteed.
You strongly suspect the goblins are dead. That's
right.
that's in your heart. That's what you believe is going on. But you also know if you're wrong about that, things could go very bad. So that's the information, you know. Like you would say, you're going around just counting dead goblin bodies and stuff like that. You got most of them,
Right.
But you don't know. So the other part of this is, Some of your people get taken prisoner and they get held in the stockade, and every once in a while you make a big push and you can try and get a few of them out. And they did liberate some people, some kobolds from that area. But sometimes they take the goblins back further in back here, and none of the kobolds that have gone into the heart of goblin territory have ever come back.
See, that sounds way more
Guys.
dangerous than a couple of rats.
I think I know where I want to go.
Well, it's your home. It's your call.
I don't think there are any goblins left. Let's just secure goblin territory, which I'm sure is safe and secure now. And then the temple is ours, pretty much. Other than the
Except for the rats.
Look,
Giant
we'll
rat.
definitely come back. We'll
You
get
said
the
that
dragon.
last time. How am I supposed to trust you?
We'll get you to ride the dragon into the rat lair, and you can just have some fun.
You promise?
I promise.
I'm writing it down. I'm not going to forget.
She's not going to forget. Can you allow her to ride that dragon? Is that all right?
okay.
Okay.
Me.
You happen to know that the last time she tried to ride the dragon, she got bucked off.
But I did a great job getting on.
Practice makes perfect.
I mean, me and the dragon are like this. I can maybe help you. Like, I'm not no guarantees, but
I think maybe you've misinterpreted their relationship.
You know, I actually wouldn't want you to get hurt. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Okay,
on the
I just
dragon.
want you to promise me that once we're done with all this goblin thing, we can go hang out with the rats.
I promise.
I don't know if it'll be hanging out.
Murder all the rats.
Okay, thank you. Just as long as you're aware of what we're
I
actually
want to go
gonna
to
be
the Fountain of Death, and you guys are being such bummers about it.
I promise. Should we seal it for the wet willy?
What?
That's how we seal promises, right?
A wet willy's when I put saliva on my finger and put it in your ear.
We both do it at the same time. That's a promise.
We put it in each other's ears?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know how you seal deals in your land, but
People spit
Where I
in their
come from.
hand and they shake hands.
okay. Ew. What? That's what you want to do?
You want to put saliva in ear, but you're grossed out by being on hands?
Just be happy that she's leaving that. She's made me do some weird stuff as promises, and then be like, haha, I can't believe you did that. That was
Oh,
just
yeah.
joke.
Yeah, one time he
Penis
ate
and hooker.
his own boogers.
What? Grayson.
I said, I'll eat mine, you eat yours, and then he actually did it, and I didn't even pick my nose. He did it so fast, like he was eager to do it.
I was real young.
It was like 2 years ago.
Shut up.
Just a verbal promise then.
Very good, very good. All right, so how would you like to proceed?
Grayson, would you like to lead the way? Oh, I have another torch I can use. I assume my other one went out.
Yeah, you have dark vision, but they cannot see in the dark.
Weird. Hey, what happened?
Oh, I just saw a peanut M&M.
All right. So, Grayson lights a torch. Yes?
Sure. I'll lead the way. So close.
Thanks, no.
Okay. So, like I said, there's about a 20-foot long corridor. The first door that immediately leads into the Hall of Dragons has just been blown off of its hinges.
Well, here's your problem right here.
Clearly, some sort of spell was used in order to do this. There is this 2x12 that everybody apparently crossed over to avoid the pit trap that the kobolds had set. And the other door has been sort of very meticulously and slowly chopped, scraped out around its hinges and kind of cut so that it very carefully, maybe a couple spikes were very craftily kind of slowly hammered into it so they could lift it out and be quiet. So you enter roughly a 20-foot by 20-foot room, and you see the stench. Well, you smell the stench, and there's piles of garbage, rotted carrion, and there's half-eaten legs of strange animals that indicate years of use by the unsanitary tenants of this room. There are tattered hides which form 6 unstable hammocks around a fire pit. This looks sort of like some sort of goblin guard post. Like they know that you guys are on the other side of the kobolds are on the other side of this door, so they must have had a station here of approximately 6 warriors. Battered cooking equipment lies mixed indiscriminately with broken arms and worn arms and armor. So,
And then there's another door or something?
there's another door on the opposite side of the room, yeah, directly diagonal from you.
And that one's just closed. It's not blown off the hinges or anything.
Give me a perception check. It is closed.
Okay.
You're at a minus D3 on
Minus
that.
D3? Okay.
Mhm.
6. Oh, wait, 6 plus 4, 10.
10. So you look across the room. You look at the door. The door is closed. It smells like there's just a faint whiff of kind of like an odd smoke, maybe some sort of incense in the air. And as you look down next to the campfire that was the remains of the campfire that was here, you see several clay pots, like large clay pots, about yay tall, about this big around. There's about 4 of them that are laying on the ground, and there are little. It looks like maybe like some sort of like brush or something like that. There's a couple brushes laying on the ground also that have kind of a bright blue stain on them. There's some sort of bright blue goo, just a little bit left in the bottom of these pots. So there's about 4 of these pots that have this goo left in it. And as you're looking at those, it kind of like strikes you. Oh yeah, when the goblins attacked, most of them were wearing some sort of like war paint kind of thing, right?
okay.
So they had stuff
Yeah.
smeared on their faces and then smeared on
I
their
see.
arms and
That's what
whatnot.
this stuff was.
And it
Okay.
looks like this may have been the room where they applied that stuff before they went and stormed into the kobolds.
Is there any
there.
left?
There's just a few ounces left. It looks like they've dumped most of it on each other, right?
Can I scoop some up in a water flask?
You can. Why don't you give me a intelligence check? Not good.
I
huh?
didn't make it.
No.
I didn't make it, man.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a 2.
So you scoop it up.
using
I mean,
that
you're a
one.
thief, so you're going to be somewhat smart about this. But you kind of like drip it down into a flask, a little flask, and you seal it up. But you do spatter a little bit on your wrist, and it kind of tingles. It's almost like imagine that same sort of astringent sting on your skin as if you had like swallowed a little bit of mouthwash, right? Like that's how it has that kind of very tingly kind of sting to it.
Are you swallowing mouthwash?
Well, not swallow, but when you take that first gulp of mouthwash and it hits your mouth and it's like it.
Like a fresh bottle of mouthwash.
Like it tingles.
Full power
you guys
mouthwash.
are big mouthwash fans.
Dom, I think Nightsteed made a donation while you were out of the room.
Thank you.
Avril, would you like to do the honors of checking this door while I watch in the back with my bow? Watch your back?
You know I'm not good at that.
What, at doors? That's kind of your thing, I thought.
Nightsteed gave everybody a bump, you guys.
Yay! That's your night seed.
Looking for traps? No?
Investigation is a negative 2.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. You watch my back. How about that?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Nightsteed.
You got your crossbow out? You ready?
Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Grayson, could you watch my back?
Yeah. I got
Use
you.
there?
I got you.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what's on the other side of this door? Have you ever been past this door?
You've never.
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
Can I check to see? I guess I'll check for traps.
Okay, give me
Enter?
Give me a intelligence investigation check.
Okie dokie.
You're at a minus D3. That's watch, listen.
Okie dokie.
You can bump. You never
Watch,
spend your
listen.
bumps.
I could bump.
Wait.
I could use my inspiration, right?
You
Yes, I'll do that.
Which is last week you complained, I got so many bumps and I never used
I know.
them.
No, you're right. You're right. But I'll use my. I also forgot to use inspiration, so I'm using it now. That's 11
Eight.
minus 3, 8 plus, so 12.
12. Okay. Well, the main thing that you notice.
I'm trying.
You don't feel like you don't
guess I
think
should've
you don't
done
think the door is trapped, but the main thing that you notice now that you get up close to it, you cross the room, and it's like I said, this room is about 20, 30 feet across.
Sure.
So when you get over to it, you can tell that like you're searching, you're looking along the frame and whatnot, and as you get towards the top, you can see every once in a while just this very thin, occasional wisp of a very thick kind of like curdling smoke, like a little wisp of smoke that's coming up, puffing up through the top of the door frame.
Does it smell like something
It
closer
smells
to the store?
putrid.
Oh,
You know, like I said, there was that kind of like awful stink or something like
the
that.
incense you
You
were
guys
talking
open the
about.
store.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's even stronger.
Yeah.
But this doesn't smell like the shit door. This smells like
No.
Like
worse.
This
bad
Worse, right?
cooking
it's
food or something.
it's like one of those sulfur smoke bombs. You ever have one of those rotten egg
Oh.
smoke bombs when you were a kid and you like threw
Sure.
them at each other? Like it smells like that.
Did I see if the door was locked while I was checking for traps?
It doesn't appear to be locked, but you don't know. You think that it would probably be barred from the other side
Okay.
if it was barred.
So I can just kind of nudge
Like
it. and
you
be
don't see like a keyhole for
Okay.
a lock, but you think if there were to be anything on this door, it will probably be some sort of bar on the other side, given that your proximity to how close you are to the kobolds.
Mr. Hale, if you'd like to do the honors of bashing this door in.
Sure.
So I'll stand to the side.
I'm going to give you advantage on this without
Yeah.
using your inspiration because you're
Enter.
entering or escaping.
Nice. I'll stand to the side, ready with a bow. Oh yeah, nat
Nat
20.
20.
Nat 20,
Damn.
very good.
Badoosh.
You kick the door in, and let me just make sure that I'm right about this.
Into a dragon's mouth.
Yes, I am.
Ooh.
As soon as you touch the door, your leg falls off.
So you kick it apart, and then there's this huge kind of like roiling cloud of this weird yellow smoke that comes pouring into the room. Right?
Backdraft.
The smell just kind of like hits you, and you're like, and you see, very similar to this Hall of Dragons, you see a long chamber like this, right? You're at one end.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Right there.
You think, it maybe goes, this way, right? You've come up in here and you've somehow come into here. Several torches mounted in crude wall sconces burn fitfully in this chamber, filling the air with an odious yellow haze that blurs sight. A double row of marble columns carved with entwining dragons marches the length of the hall. A half-dozen goblins sit cross-legged on the ground, a clay brazier of incense sandwiched between each of their feet. Their heads loll to and fro as they huff in putrid fumes from the clay braziers of incense.
Woof.
Their eyes are rolled back, and they mutter incomprehensibly to themselves.
They had.
Did we surprise them? Did they?
They do not take any notice of you.
Nothing.
So
Oh.
just to kind of give you a little more demonstrative example of what's going on is there's these marble columns. You open the door and there's wall sconces and whatnot, and the air is filled with. So if you imagine like this room is, let's say, 10 feet tall.
Sure.
Like the top 5 feet is just this thick smog. Like think of
Ew.
the worst hot box weed party you've ever been to,
Ew.
right? And it's just this thick.
Yeah, I totally get invited to parties.
It's this thick yellow smog, and then at the base of each of the, or not each one of these columns, but there's 6 goblins in this room, and they seem to be leaning up, kind of against. They kind of got their arms up. They're leaning up against these marble columns that have the dragons carved into them, and they're sitting cross-legged like this. And then in their lap is this big bowl of incense, much like what's burning on the braziers. And the yellow smoke from that is kind of going up into their face, and they like mutter to themselves, and they're saying something in Goblin that you don't understand. And then their head kind of like lolls back. Their eyes are completely rolled up into the top of their head.
Whoa.
They do not see you, like, not just because not because they are not facing your direction or don't hear you. It's like they're in some other type of world right now. So they, it's almost like a reflexive action. Like they kind of go into this reverie for a little bit and mumble and mutter and chant or something like that. Although you don't get the idea that what they're saying is at all coherent.
Okay. Are they all saying
Right.
the same thing, or is it all just different?
They're all muttering
Okay.
different things, but then eventually, like they kind of like it seems like it ebbs and flows, where they kind of come down off of their high, and their head drops back down into their laps, and then they get another like dose of this incense stuff, and they snort that in, and they start, chanting and intoning and mumbling.
Can we see if they have weapons on them or nearby?
Yeah. So give me you can just give me a perception check for this general area. Right?
Okay, with a -3, right? Or the D3?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh well, not at all. So
that's a 2.
yeah. So he kicks the door open, and you kind of like are poking your head in to see what's going on, and you breathe in a little bit of this smoke as you're kind of looking to see whether they have anything like that. And suddenly the world suddenly goes extremely dark, and you see just like a pinpoint of light, just like tunnel vision, and you see a small. Let's see here. Where are we at? We'll do it this way. And you see, in the midst of this kind of like halo of light, you see a small barren hill.
Whoa.
And on that barren hill, then suddenly there's a little branch, a little sapling that grows up, but the sapling is charcoal black. And then it grows a little bit further, and it seems to form almost like the shape of like a skeletal hand, kind of. And then the hand kind of turns towards you, and you see a red eyeball in the middle of its palm. And
What's
it
wrong with that
looks at you,
tree?
and then it like reaches out for you. And before it can like grab you, you kind of like jump back, and you're like, oh! And then you're back into consciousness.
Thon, are you okay?
Watch out for that tree.
What tree?
Did you not see the?
No.
There was a.
Speaking of hands, though, where's Ronald PP Dusty Bones?
He here.
Okay.
Come here, PP.
She has a skeleton that she can command that follows her around.
He's right
Grading.
here. Grading, thank
Kicks
you.
in $10. Thank you.
I don't recommend inhaling whatever is in there. Maybe put on a cloth on your face.
Yeah, maybe we should all crawl.
That's a good idea.
Smoke rises and all that,
That's a good idea. It's a very good
I'm
idea.
not going to crawl.
What?
I'm not going to crawl.
You're like the tallest one.
Why would you not crawl?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not going to
Grading.
crawl
Thank you,
into
Grading.
a room full of goblins.
Well, then, by all means, Mr. Brave, lead the way.
Well,
Okay.
let me. I'm probably small enough. I'm above the clouds, just standing, right? Because you said it's
Underneath,
top
yeah.
5,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
So I could probably just walk over there. I think this is a great opportunity. I'll just sneak up on them while they're out of their gourds, and I'll gank them from behind.
Yusrael's pretty short too.
Like we have to give them the opportunity to give up.
What?
I'm fine with killing the goblins, right? Just
You
straight
are
up
fine
Why
with
murdering,
we,
yeah.
That's what you
Uh-huh.
signed up for, Grayson. We came down here to kill a bunch of goblins, so Yusrael and her people can own the whole tower.
Yeah, but if we can get them to leave without fighting,
That sounds dumb, and I hate
It's
it.
very honorable, but let's at least disarm them before moving forward.
Okay, I'm gonna try and kill one.
We can't kill them too?
I'm not saying that they
Disarmament?
can't be killed. I'm just saying that we should give them the opportunity to give up.
I
I'd
would
say just murder them.
disarm one, or disarm them all, and then start killing them one by one to see if they wake up.
So give me a perception check.
That seems, in a lot of ways, worse.
Who am I?
So you lean over to like gank one of these guys, right? To shiv one of these guys, and suddenly, again, like your eyes just sort of like dilate. There's this like pinpoint of light. Everything goes dark. You have this tunnel vision, and you see a vision of Gregory. And he is stumbling up the hill, and he looks like he is weighed down. You can see him kind of like, this must be a vision from the past, climbing the mountain, and he's weighed down with this heavy pack. And you hear a voice that you recognize as Dell's voice saying, come on, we're gonna be late. And he's like, I'm going as fast as I can. And he stops, and he like huffs for a minute, and he wipes the sweat off of his brow, and you hear him just mutter under his breath, "This better be worth it." And then he humps his pack up onto his shoulder and continues climbing up the hill.
And then I'm out of it.
Yes.
Are the goblins still where they were?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I will on top of that, I will give you as you go to shiv
Oh,
these
wait.
guys.
Should I have had advantage on that roll? Because it was
You
a
rolled a
sneak, hide, enter, escape.
No, I was giving you. I asked for a perception check.
That one.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was unrelated. Okay.
Yeah. However, as you go up to shiv one of these guys, you like. What are you trying to do? You're just trying to kill him, right? Yeah. You gank him in the side of the throat with your dagger. Yeah,
Okay,
very
I
quietly.
failed.
Just cut him, and his head falls forward, and you see goblin blood run down the front of his shirt or his grungy robes, whatever he's wearing. But his body as his body goes to slump forward and goes slack, you realize that there's a piece of rope that's lashed around the back of these columns. And so I said they're kind of like leaning up against the columns. You can tell they fall forward and their wrists catch on this rope, and you can tell that now that you look around, these goblins are all tied to these ropes, to these columns, right?
Oh, shit.
And you kind of like poke him a little bit with your dagger and whatnot, and you also look down and you see that there's also rope on his ankles, and it looks like the ceramic bowls they have like a loop in them, so that those are roped into place too, so that they're kind of like stuck in place. They can't help but inhale the fumes off of these things.
Yeah. I think I might have put him out of his misery. This looks like a prisoner kind of situation.
Why would goblins keep other goblins prisoner?
I
Have you
don't
seen
know.
anything like this used through?
Have I?
That's a good question. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay. How do I do that?
So you roll a d20, and
Uh-huh.
you don't have any bonuses to intelligence, so you just roll a d20 unless you want to spend bumps or use your inspiration.
All right. Boom. 17.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
So you have heard of situations like this where it's a ritual of dreaming where they essentially sort of try to go into this prolonged fugue state, and because they don't have anyone, it's such a long fugue state, like they don't have people attend them or anything like that. They just basically kind of like tie the people in place and let them go through this ritual. And so if you want to think of it as some sort of like vision ceremony or whatever it is, that's
All right.
you've heard of this sort of thing. But the people are completely incapacitated, right, by this thing. And then for them to come out of it, it would take several hours for them to just kind of clear up out of it.
Oof.
So,
Okay.
So what you're saying is it's cool that I keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I'll admit, I knew what this was in the beginning. I still say we stab them all in the throats.
the one thing that you, or the other thing that you recognize about this ritual is that it is said that you can see visions of the past or the future or people that you care about by indulging in this ritual. But
Oh.
once you go into it, you can be lost inside of it.
Oh.
Like that's the danger of it. It's sort of considered to be some sort of like prophecy type of experiment, but whether the things you see are real and when they take
Put
place,
some water on it.
you don't know.
And the more we go into this room, the more it's going to affect all of us.
No, I mean, now that you kind of have an idea of how this whole thing works and exactly how much of a dose you got to get to like get anything, to get affected by it, you can, either cover your mouths or avoid enough of the braziers or put them out or whatever, so that if you want to travel this area, you can do so safely.
All right.
All right.
So we should just go through and not murder all the goblins then? So we don't get infected? Or
Infect
can
it.
we still murder
if
the
you want to
goblin?
murder goblins, you can figure out a way to end these guys' existence without, accidentally huffing some of the fumes. They just both rolled extremely low,
Oh, all right.
doing something related. So.
I'd like to stab a goblin.
All right.
Huzzah!
Very good. So is that the consensus? Is that, Grayson, how do you feel about this? Most of the group.
He's not going to participate.
Yeah. Eustrail is very insistent on. She carries a grudge.
Does that mean we split the XP 3 ways then? Just saying.
All right. So you go through, you murder the goblin, split 3 ways. It's 151 XP.
Whoa!
You want to take a long rest and level up right now, or?
No, we'll
Oh.
wait. We'll wait. We'll wait.
We haven't unlocked a long rest.
All
yet.
right. So
That's true.
as Grayson looks on disapprovingly, the 3 of you go through and dispatch the rest of these goblins. Like I said, there's 6 in total. So.
Is there any sand or anything to put out the?
You can get some stuff out of that guard post room that you can use to douse it, right? So
Okay.
I'm sure there's
stuff the
some
pots with
old,
stuff?
like there's some water and that sort of stuff lying around.
Is that the same stuff that she bottled up earlier, or is that different
That was
incense?
blue. That was
The
yellow.
stuff that's inside the pots, is that different than what she was
It's
bottling?
different, definitely different. Like
Can I try to bottle some up? Is that possible?
And the smoke.
Of the incense that's inside the pot? Whatever material is making that smoke?
I mean, if it was like
yeah,
an
give
incense
me a-
triangle, you could just put it
give
in your
me
pocket.
a dexterity check, I guess.
Okay. None of those apply, I think. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty good. Dex, you just said? Just straight
Yes.
Dex? Then that's a 17.
17. All right, yeah, so you do manage to find a couple of chunks of this stuff that aren't burned, and you pull a few pieces out, and you put them
Cool.
in a flask or wrap them in some paper or pouch or whatever.
Let's call it goblin incense or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You could just call it like dreaming incense is fine.
Dreaming incense. Cool.
So there are a couple different exits out of this room.
Did the goblins have anything on them? Any loot?
These guys, no, they do not.
No arrows.
Not.
Were they naked?
No, but they're wearing they're wearing really. Goblins don't wear great gear to begin with, but these guys are dressed in the shoddiest of rags, and it looks like their rags have like sweat and drool and stuff on them. It seems like they've probably been here for hours, if not possibly days. Some of them have soiled themselves. It's
Oh.
Jeez. It's like
it's a pretty intense experience.
a
Hey,
goblin.
look, Colin, this one pooped.
That's beautiful.
Like Grayson.
Oh.
Remember? Oh, you just peed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Guess it's not that bad.
All right. So there's a door immediately to the west.
Okay.
There are there's 3 doors to the north, on the north side of the room.
3 doors. Okay.
And then there's 1 door all the way down at the end of the east end of the hall.
Okay.
So everybody give me a intelligence check, please.
14.
11.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Finally.
Okay.
What was the top score?
I got a 9.
I got a 12.
14.
11.
Oh, there you go.
So, Eustrail, having had your best kobold commission this map, you would guess that this end of the hall is right here. The end of the hall that you're looking at is right here. There's some sort of room here that you weren't ever able to map. Nobody got in that far. But you would guess that's where you would end up if you're to go through that far eastern door. Right?
Okay.
So you're sort of standing at the other end of this long hallway. Like I said, there's 3 doorways along this northern wall. There's no other doorways along the southern wall. And if you were to go east, it looks like it would connect with whatever this is. And then now the thing you know is that on the other side of this room, there's supposed to be a guard post,
Okay.
right? And you guys have encountered guards there before. You defeated them and then kind of pushed on up around and found the dragon. But this has classically been a guard post. You also know from last session that the chief, Dern, and his lackeys must have come from over here. So they must have gone through this area in order to attack you. So I don't know what conclusion you can draw from that, but those are some facts you know about this end of the complex. That normally there are guards posted here. They did push through here yesterday. And at some point, in order to make this big ambush on your people, Dern and his lackeys must have come through this way, and because they came in this side, right?
So, if there was the smallest chance that there was 1 or 2 goblins left, not the dreaming goblins, but other maybe more dangerous goblins, I'm thinking they might be in this area.
It's hard for you to say because you don't know how much of the complex exists over here, right? So if you're in here, so far you haven't really seen evidence of any kind of major lair, right? Like, you know that there's probably 30 to 40 goblins for sure that have been harassing your people. Well, you haven't seen any place so far that would house 30 to 40 goblins. You've seen a room that would contain 6, and when you guys came through this way, there's probably another room that would contain 6 or so. So that's 12, but that's still about, a dozen and a half goblins that aren't accounted for. So, this is the edge of their fortifications. You feel like whatever's back here is deeper in.
Oh.
Well, do you want to... We know those archers were over there. Do you want to go in there and see if you can get some more arrows, or do you just want to pass it?
Well, if there are, they're probably short bow arrows. I need long
You
bow.
think so?
That's what they were shooting earlier.
Oh.
But I think heading west to uncharted territory, you might find what we're looking for.
Right, because that's where we don't know, right?
That's right. That's
All
where
right.
you don't know. Yep.
Let's go there.
So
Okay.
the west door.
You go to the west door. All right. So this opens onto an enormous chamber, approximately 80 feet by 80 feet, and the northwest corner has kind of like it's rounded off. So there's a semicircular wall that kind of cuts off the northwest corner, and there's a door set in that wall. There's also a door opposite you, basically where you came in. But this looks like it may have once been a cathedral. Now it is a goblin lair, thick with the filth of years of goblin life. Scores of wall and floor-mounted sconces are filled with violet glowing fungi that provide illumination. In the sickening light, a dozen goblins huddle around a central campfire, shivering underneath moldy blankets.
Ugh.
They lean into the heat of the blaze, yet still their teeth chatter, while simultaneously the sweat of fever runs down the back of their necks. They are too sick to notice you.
Oh.
The southern wall of this chamber is home to a heaping pile of assorted items, including wagon wheels, broken armor and rusted arms, chests, small statues, antique furniture, and artwork. Unfortunately, the stash here does not seem particularly well cared for. So, the center of the room is occupied with a blazing campfire. It looks like they've just sort of like heaped up what was nearby that they could burn, and you see about a dozen goblins who are each like clutching a moldy woolen blanket around their shoulders, and they're kind of just leaned into the fire as close as they can possibly get. You can see their green faces illuminated in the flickering flames, but at the same time you can see the beads of sweat running down off of their foreheads and running down the back of their necks while their teeth chatter and they're clearly like shaking with chills. So, what would you like to? They don't really see you. There are a few maybe on the other side of the campfire who maybe notice you, but they can't seem to like articulate any kind of like a alarm or anything like that.
Grayson calls out and tells them that their leaders are dead, and that if they do not vacate the Sunless Citadel, they will soon join them.
Okay,
Love it.
very good. So, give me an intimidation check.
17.
17, yeah. So half of them kind of like squawk something in Goblin, and get up and kind of raise their hands, and they start to kind of move toward. Oh boy, I better double check and see which way they go. They go to the page with the map on it. They sort of, they look at you and they kind of like edge a little bit towards the door where you are, and then a couple of them like look over and they edge, and there's a door to the north actually that you didn't notice when you initially opened the door. But the six of them kind of like clench their blankets over them and they stumble towards the north, and four of them, before they can even get that far, kind of like get overtaken by the chills and they just plain fall down. And the remaining two are apparently strong enough to like keep their feet under them, and they kind of weakly push the door open and they go through the north, and you see them kind of go around back to the east, right? So they go through the northern door, and it looks like they curve around to the
Wait,
north.
so they're escaping or they're
He told them,
leaving?
like, you leave or you'll be put to the sword, and they're doing their best to leave.
But they're not leaving the Sunless Citadel, they're just like leaving the room.
Well, who knows? I mean, you can't leave the Sunless Citadel without leaving the room, right?
Well, but like, I guess I don't understand if it's a door that's opposite us, how that's gonna.
It wasn't opposite you, so you walked in on the eastern side.
Okay.
There was a door over there. There's the weird circular wall that has a door in it over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's diagonal from you. And then to your right, a door that you didn't see, there was a door on the north wall.
And
And
they're
so
going,
they wanted to come towards you, but then they thought better of it, and they went to this other door, and it looks like there must be some sort of hallway that's north of you somewhere.
Okay.
Should we chase them?
And in fact,
no.
like 15 or about
Thanks, Mana.
30 to 45 seconds goes by, and you can hear a door behind you in the hallway like open up, and like they're now on the other side of you, and they look, and they like those two goblins
I
like
see.
keep going, and they're just shambling along, and one of them trips and falls down, and the other one picks him up, and
Aw.
and they go down to the other end of the hallway, and they open that door. They open this door over here, and they go through there and disappear.
This is not quite the battle we were expecting.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic.
Yeah, I'm a little mad. You just told him to go away.
Well,
What was that?
Yeah, we could have discussed a tactic.
and you would have taken my apprehension to murder and laughed at my face and murdered anyways.
Okay,
Yes.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Well, I saved some arrows. I'm fine with this.
I'm a little upset I didn't get to murder goblins.
I mean, there's still
There's
four
still
on
a
the
bunch left.
There's four on the floor that fell
Oh.
over.
Yeah, there's 4 that fell
And
over,
there's,
and
like,
there's another
6
6
more
who are
just
still
sitting.
huddling around the fire, who are too too sick to move. Like they
Does
just
anyone
can't.
speak Goblin? Do you speak Goblin?
Do I?
No, you speak Common and Draconic.
Okay.
And
No.
it was
Gotcha.
established 2 sessions ago that actually your Common is fairly good, but Draconic is a hyper eloquent language for you.
Okay.
So-
Like you speak in these long, high-minded words and these almost poetic, complicated sentences when you speak Draconic, and then most kobolds, when they speak Common, talk like a caveman.
Oh, okay.
Let's do Shakespeare.
So,
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. I got it.
So this is what we do now. We murder the sick and helpless.
Well, I didn't murder any sick.
Yeah, we didn't kill anyone here yet. Those guys were on drugs. They were bad people, Grayson. Drug
were tied up.
addicts. Drug addicts, kink monsters.
What? Kink monster?
I just made that up. I don't.
Sounds
You know
little-
what I mean,
It's
though.
racial a little bit. I don't like it.
Racial.
I
No,
don't
like
like
they
it.
got weird kinks.
Don't make up words about other creatures.
Don't
It's
kink
weird.
shame.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Everybody give me a perception check. That does fall under Alawar Venexus's portfolio. So,
Oh, nice.
Is that advantage or plus 3?
so
It's
your
minus-
perception
minus
is just a
3.
wisdom check for you.
Why'd you
You
say
don't have
nice?
perception, So
'Cause you got a
D20, but you
Oh, not a
subtract.
Oh.
Nice. Nat 20 is a nat 20. Very good.
Um,
Well, although it is a perception check.
still crushed it.
Yeah.
I guess it cancels out too,
Yeah.
so it's just a 20 anyway.
Cool.
Okay.
Or
Very good.
21 if it,
Very good.
this doesn't count.
It
if I
does
crush
count.
It does count.
If I crush.
But you still crushed it.
So one of the things, Avril, that you definitely notice here as you're taking stock of like, look at how
Those
sick these guys,
drugs,
and they're all,
like,
you know,
kinda
these
got
guys
me.
are all on drugs, and you like reach down and you like grab like an empty flagon, right? And it's of that apple vinegar cider stuff
the
that
kobolds
everybody
are
was drinking,
drinking.
right? No, it was the goblins. It was the
Oh.
goblin guards up here.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
there's like tons of empties just laying around here, but you don't see any that have any like remainder in it. None of them have.
It's these apples.
They've been absolutely
It's
like
some
drained dry.
bad apples.
Do we see any apples, or it's just the remnants of what used to be the liquid?
You don't see any apples here. You just see that that kind of the flasks that used to contain this apple cider
Right.
stuff.
So-
like, that you recognize that they've bottled like clearly they've bottled a bunch of like pint jars of this stuff that they.
Thanks, Leonard.
Leonardo Dane.
So is there something weird with the air in here?
No, this area does not have any of the incense burning that type of stuff.
There is something.
Does it feel cold to us?
Does it feel cold?
The room? Like they're shivering. Like
No,
They're-
no, yeah.
Well, I know, but you get sick because it's cold and shit.
Right. No, it actually feels fairly warm in here. They've clearly been burning this fire for a while, right? For
Okay.
who knows how long.
I think it's something like
But-
that gnome ate an apple and
Right.
it killed him. These goblins are drinking apple vinegar cider stuff, and it's killing them just slowly.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's preventing them
Yeah, I thought
From
it. I
dying.
was thinking maybe it was
because
immunity
they ran out
juice.
of it. It's all gone.
It's gone. They're gone.
I think we should talk to them, or at least try.
I don't speak goblin.
I'm sorry, you. They are of no.
They might speak common.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's talk to the ones that are on the floor.
I don't think that's possible.
Well, let's
Are
talk
they
to the ones.
unconscious?
Those ones on the floor.
The ones
good
that fell over,
question.
that were running away.
One of them is conscious. One of them did just essentially sort of like pass out from
Okay.
sheer exhaustion, or the sheer exertion of it.
Hey there, what's wrong with you?
But there's other, the guys around the fire are also kind of like hovering or whatever.
I don't want to go near them yet.
He looks at you and he kind of like goes like this and he just says, Grinnick. Grinnick.
You need some Grinnick? Feel better?
Grinnick.
You need to feel better? I
Grinnick.
feel worse.
What is?
For better, for worse.
He wants some, I think.
You want some?
Grinnick.
I got blue goo. You think that's what it is?
He didn't.
I don't think I took any of the cider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Yeah.
I've got stew. I'll give him some. I'll give him my goblin stew.
Is it made of goblin?
It was that bento
No.
box.
Yeah,
we
it
had,
was like-
Yeah.
The goblin bento boxes. We found.
So he takes that and he looks at that and he's like, Grinnick. Grinnick.
Okay, I can't
What
help
is
it.
Grinnick?
I'm gonna hold
Can
up
you-
the flask and be like, this? Good?
Grinnick. And he like kind of like grabs onto the flask.
Oh, okay, you can have it. There ain't nothing
But
in
there's
there.
nothing in there, and he kind of
That's
looks
sad
at
for
it. And he
you.
like, yeah, he
You
like,
knew it. It's probably yours.
And you see him like tip it up and just like his weird goblin-y tongue, like
Ew,
like,
dude,
licking around
stop.
inside
I
there.
grab it.
I think
grab
that's.
it
I
from
think that's his now.
I
think
don't
he
like that.
Gets to keep
I don't
that.
want to see
Yeah, I
that.
wouldn't take that back.
You want me to kill you? You feel bad?
Whoa.
Oh, you feel bad?
No,
you want
no,
that?
kill.
It'd be
No,
so
kill
easier.
Grinnick.
I gotta. Where's the Grinnick?
What is Grinnick?
And then you see him kind of like point
Green
like
bananas.
a shaking finger over towards that curved area at the door, with the door in the middle of it in the northwest corner.
Oh my god.
Yusrael, have you ever heard of Grinnik?
Would I have?
Give me an intelligence check. Let's
Playing an
just
NPC
see,
is so hard.
right? How would you?
Oh,
18.
18.
18. Yeah. So you know that this is goblin for this sour apple vinegar that they drink, like, and this is fairly well established in the scouting and things that your people have done. That these guys drink this stuff all the time. They consider it kind of like a hero's brew, and they're constantly getting loaded on this stuff.
Oh, it gets you,
Oh, okay.
it gets you going, it gets you drunk.
It seems to have a variety of different effects, but like one of the main effects is that it just gets you hyped up. It's sort of like amphetamine type of experience, although there is a little bit of euphoria attached to it, right? So maybe it's more like a liquid cocaine kind of thing.
it's Goblin Red Bull.
Yeah. Goblin Red Bull is
It's
a great way to describe
Goblin balls.
We do
with a
not
Z.
want to
Oh,
give
yeah.
these guys this stuff.
I don't
right.
know. I kind of want to see what happens.
it.
Sounds like some real monster energy.
Can we like secure this goblin?
Are they our sponsor?
And
now? Did
then-
they call just now?
Feed him
They just
some
texted.
stuff to see if he tells us anything.
What are you feeding him?
I don't know, just like see if there's Grinnik somewhere, and then like tie
Oh,
him down,
I like
and
it.
then put it down his throat to see if he talks and says
Watch out, if
stuff.
we tie him up, Avril will probably stab him.
Wow, she's
I
really.
didn't tie him up.
You want to talk it like absolutely like vicious, right?
Yeah,
Like just take
wow.
just like no, we're gonna murder all the guys who are tied to the columns.
Yeah.
Let's track down the two guys who are hobbling away and put arrows in their backs, and then let's tie a guy down and force feed him.
He wants it.
No. This is, welcome to
He
Dungeons
asked-
and Dragons. You're doing a great job.
Lady Lord of the Manor. Indeed.
We've taken a turn for the Game of Thrones in a
Let's-
big way.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
get some
Yusriel, what do you want to do? You want to spare these and just keep on our way, or what do you want to do?
This one that's talking might have some useful information. I think.
Kill all the other ones?
Sure. I mean, hey, they're not. We don't want them gaining their strength and coming after us at some later point. So I say kill them, but the one that's sort of talking, tie him up, pour some of the apple cider stuff down his throat, and then see if he has anything useful to tell us.
I thought.
And like just to clarify, like Yusdriel's people have been fighting this like stalemate against the goblins, and the goblins have been absolutely vicious to them. So it's not.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not-
were
I'm-
there. We were there when all those kobolds got slaughtered by
Right.
those goblins.
Yeah.
This isn't
Judgy.
a case of us showing up to some harmless villager and they all got the plague or whatever and we're killing all of them. That's not the situation, Grayson.
It feels like that though.
It does, but you got to think of things on a bigger scale. You
Yeah.
got to see the big picture.
Well, there's a stockade. Can't we just put them in the stockade until we
Oh,
figure
that
out
would
what's
be
going
fun.
on? That
I
will-
mean,
will be?
smart.
oh, okay.
All right. So, are you're gonna put the majority of them to the sword and save
They're
a
all
couple survivors to experiment on? That's what I'm hearing?
That's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
I mean, I'm with that. It sounds easier than like getting them all set up in a
Well,
stockade.
sometimes it's
and
not about
they're-
the easy path, Avril.
They're gonna die anyway. They're all sick as hell.
We
Why
don't
don't
know
you,
that.
me and Grayson can take them back to the room where we slaughtered those goblins on the pillars?
Oh yeah, take all the sick goblins into a room full of their dead friends and leave them. That's not as cruel as what we're talking about at all.
Well, then one room further, and they'll be with the kobolds.
I
We'll have the
think you're missing
kobolds
the point.
watch them.
There is a
The
prison.
kobolds will kill them. The kobolds killed all
There
the
is-
kobolds' friends.
My
There is a
kobolds will
prison.
kill them.
Sure.
I'm
can
not
just-
walking all the way back over there. Do that.
How about I promise we put them out of their misery quickly. It's not a torturous kill. It's just to the liver or wherever.
This isn't the kind of thing folk heroes do. I don't know.
While they're discussing it, can I tiptoe and stab a couple?
That's
when
up to
he's
you.
not
If you want to start, start slaughtering kobolds, that's fine. Like I will just say in terms of like out of character, their characters are both lawful good. So that's where this
I don't
struggle
think
comes
they'll
in.
ever.
Yeah.
They
agree
believe
to
in law
it.
and order and doing the right thing that's moral and just.
Mm-hmm.
And
I could go either way.
I don't think we wrote down what your alignment is, but obviously you have
I've
a
got a
far
grudge.
more.
I got a grudge.
Yeah. No, it's
more
understandable.
harsh attitude.
We're just in a
So it's-
tough place here.
Yeah, I mean, Grayson, like, they're goblins, so he's not gonna like lay down his life for them. But he doesn't like what's happening. He's not gonna
Doesn't
participate.
like a murder
I think
party.
they're harmless. Let's leave them here and continue exploring.
They're harmless now.
Exactly.
It looks like they'll die on their own anyway.
They probably killed some of my people like a day ago. They're just sickly now.
Yeah, because kobolds are so fucking innocent.
Wow. Okay, can I do
Y'all are really not trying to make no friends.
diginate and like sting him a little? Can I sting him a
You can
little?
give him a little zap. if
Okay,
you want.
I'm gonna give him a little zap, just so he knows.
Guys
That
are
he hurt my
not Good at
feelings.
making friends.
Kobolds have
I'm gonna do whatever she wants to do because at the end of the day we came here to help her with this mission and this is her house.
Yeah, I gave you 4 arrows.
Oh, yes, how could I forget the 4 arrows? Yes.
You also said she looked tired. You own her.
I'm
Yeah.
never going to live that down.
At this point, everybody give me a perception check. Obviously, LOR Venexus is still in effect, so you're at minus a D3 on that. Mm-hmm.
I'll never
not good.
perceive as well as I did that one time. Yep.
Oof, that Lord is boning us.
Mm-hmm.
It just canceled out. That's
Nice.
all I gotta
This
say.
Alright.
one.
I think you got the best?
13.
Oh, okay.
Not great.
Okay, very good. 13. You have a moment where you just sort of like, I can't even believe this discussion is happening. You just kind of turn your back on the bickering that's going on. You're kind of looking around the chamber, and then you hear 8-Bit Shane and Cream Bananas. Thank you so much for the follows.
Cream bananas.
And then you swear, you're like, did I just hear something go crash? And it was from behind the semicircular wall. You thought you heard like definitely something like crunch, smash maybe. It's hard to tell, but you heard, it sounded like the sound of wood splintering.
All right, I'm just gonna walk over there. While
Okay.
they're talking about murder party.
So I think it would be a good idea to just slit all their throats, guys.
I'm gonna open this door.
So as you get closer, you can hear just the faint sounds of like, it sounds like maybe some sort of like chopping or something like that, right?
Mhm.
You yank the door open. The door comes open, no problem.
You yank it.
You
Why?
See, you see a
yanker.
chamber that's approximately, like I said, this is sort of semicircular, and you open the door. It's approximately 30 to 40 feet in diameter across, right? All right. Yes. So there's a circular shaft in the center of this room that pierces the floor of this 40-foot diameter domed chamber. Dim violet light shines out of the shaft, revealing sickly white and gray vines that coat the shaft's wall. So there's this entrance or there's this opening that goes down through the floor here. And there's light, this weird violet light coming up from below. The light from the shaft is supplemented by 4 lit wall torches that are set equidistant around the periphery of this chamber. A crudely fashioned throne of stone sits against the curve of the northwestern wall. There's a large iron chest which sits at the throne's feet, and 4 wild-eyed goblins clutch crude hand axes and furiously hack at the remains of 2 wooden barrels. And they're just bam, 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 going to town on these things. Let's roll for initiative.
You said just 2 goblins?
4. There's 4 goblins.
Do you want us all
All
to do
right.
it?
Yes, everybody roll for initiative. It'll be simpler that way.
Okay.
So it's just plus 2.
Okay.
18.
Oh, I did it.
Nice.
You're
All
doing
right.
real. You
Very
haven't
good.
lommeled at all.
I haven't
today.
lommeled at all. What's going on, you guys? How can I
11.
be this on top of my game?
Roll for Ronald.
That's right.
Of
He goes first.
course, Ronald goes first.
I can't tell him what to do. He
Yeah.
just stands there.
Classic.
He sucks.
All right, very good. So, interesting. All right. So I'm on. I just opened the book and then I didn't even bother to look. So I rolled a 14. Is that what I rolled? So
Yes.
I'm on 15. Who's above 15?
I am at 15, but they probably have more dexterity
Yes,
than me.
I believe they do.
Ronald is probably first with a 20, and then probably Thon.
I got 21.
Okay, so
Blackjack.
Wow. All right.
Well, you win.
I win.
Very good.
game over. All right, it's been fun.
It's
Let's see.
okay.
That welcome to. All right. So Ronald is second. Is that what we decided?
Yep.
All right.
God, your pile of bumps.
Thon is first. Yes. Then on 15 is the monsters. Then is Grayson.
What'd
Thank
you
you.
get?
44.
Oh, you got
Follow
15.
up. Follow up. What did you roll?
13.
13. Tack is not here. Avril, what are you on?
I'm at 11.
11. Okay. We're
Wow.
going to have you be Meepo for now. All right, Thon. So you are so you are bickering with Yuzdrael and Avril, and then you look up and you see Grayson kind of like fling the door open. There's some sort of light from this chamber beyond, and you see him like snap his head in that way where you're like, oh shit, something's going down. Now, high or low?
Hi.
Oh,
Now, I
Lommel.
jinxed it. Now I
Lommel.
jinxed it.
Non-stop Lommels all day.
Yes.
You'll
Wow.
never not Lommel.
Never
There it
not
is.
Lommel. All right, so that's you said high and
I
that
said
was
high,
low.
that was low.
So you would have to double move just to get over to where Grayson is.
Just to get next to him?
Yeah, that far
Oh,
away.
okay.
You're that. You guys are that. He walked that kind of that far off, and you guys are off in one corner debating this thing as these goblins are like coughing and shivering.
Total Avril move, man.
Yeah, so
I learned it from you.
I'll double move and get to basically the side of the door so I can just like have a bow ready and looking over
Okay.
so I can get ready to shoot next
All
to
right.
him.
And you see these four goblins like look up and see Grayson, and then see you over the shoulder and just start yelling, "Granite!" And they grab, they have these crude hand
my
axes,
God.
and they start charging towards
They're
you.
so high.
Ronald
Not the
can't do
time, but it's
anything
on.
because you haven't commanded him to do anything yet.
What?
Your
Oh,
skeleton.
yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah.
He's like, huh?
All right, so monsters come up.
Dummy
the
bones.
monsters charge over.
How dare you? Why are we high-fiving? You tricked me.
Yeah, I got you. Good.
All right, Grayson.
What have you got us into this time?
This time. Everything's always your fault.
And the two of them,
saved the
the
plate.
front two of them rush up and try and
So they're trying
grab
to be
you.
cute.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
They fail.
one of them misses, and the other one tries to grab you, and he also
Oh.
misses. So apparently,
So high,
whatever
so
they're
high, they're
whatever
so
they're under the
high.
influence of, and the other I should have used bumps on that. What's wrong? That would have been a waste of bumps. All right, so they charge up to the front door, and you sort of like swat them away. But you can tell. Give me a perception check. You're at minus on this, yeah.
That's 4.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't tell exactly what even their intent is. All you can tell is like you would think that they would have come at you and like sunk their axes into your flesh and
But
try
they
and
didn't
swag
try
through the
that.
axe. But instead, they're trying to grab you for some reason, and you're like just sort of like batting their hands away.
You're their new mom.
He's taken.
All right. So with that in mind, Grayson, it is
Are
now
you?
your turn.
All right.
Whoa.
I'm going to swing my hammer at one of them.
Okay.
Let's see. That would be a 18.
That hits exactly.
Okay. Cool.
What?
These guys have. I remember how I said they have like that weird bark on them. These guys are
Oh, they got
especially
that.
encrusted with
Oh,
that
they're
stuff.
tree people.
Oh,
Tree
shit.
goblins.
All right. Then I will do damage. 8 damage.
8 damage. Very good.
Boing.
Ding, 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 ding.
So these guys definitely have like bark and stuff on them, so they're too far gone.
Yes, perhaps so. All right. So
Just try it
Eustrail.
however way you want.
I'm okay killing these if you're okay with them.
Oh my goodness.
Well, also, they did just straight up
See what
attack
I'm
him,
saying?
like
Yeah. Right.
unprovoked, right?
Kill
They didn't
5.
They didn't give him an opportunity to.
They didn't attack him. They grabbed him and said, "Will you be my mom?"
You're a woman, right? Will you be my mom?
All right, Eustrail, you're
I can't tell
also,
with you. Hair beasts.
fairly deep in the
Gender's
other
fluid.
chamber. So
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
Okay, so I'd want to get over to the room
Okay.
where the action is.
It's probably going to take most of your turn in order to get over there. If you had to do a double move in order to get there, you will too.
Okay.
So.
Unless she's using like a ranged spell, she could probably move and do that from far away, right? Because the goblins came up.
Yeah, you could try and thread the needle and shoot one of the goblins, through the doorway. You're gonna have to get past Grayson, so they're gonna get some cover from Grayson. Right?
Okay.
But if you wanted to fire a spell, you could also do like a single move and invoke your mage armor if you so choose.
Here.
It's up to you. You can either do something. You can either do a full move and get yourself in a really good position next round.
Okay.
You can do
You
a
have one?
defensive move, and then you'd probably have to do another move, but you'd be able to
That's what I
attack
think.
next round. Or you can attack now and and not have the best shot because these guys are stacked up in the doorway.
I think I'll use my move to move.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you move up essentially right in the vicinity of these guys. Of,
Okay.
Okay.
Of
So next to us?
Thawne and Grayson. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cool.
All right. That brings us around to Avril.
This is me. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do my one movement and then do like a ranged crossbow
Okay.
shot.
Mm-hmm. right. They're going to get at least 2 points of cover from Grayson's hulking frame, the doorway.
Will I also get to do my sneak attack if he's
Yeah, because
coverage?
he's engaged with them.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna use my.
Oh,
Oh, I guess I
very
get
good.
it right back actually.
Yeah, that's true. You do
Inspiration.
get yours right back.
So this is my last one there. Okay, let me get another good one here.
Use good dice.
Make good choices.
Thanks.
Those are pretty good dice.
16. Derp with my
your
crossbow. So that's 22.
Yes.
That'll hit.
22 hits.
22.
Do that damage.
Do the damage.
Do that damage.
Do the damage. Sexy damage. Okay, I'm gonna put a few bumps on it too.
Nice.
Oh,
I'll
boy.
take those
All
for
right.
me. Just kidding.
3 bumps.
Whoa, that's a 10.
Nice.
Oh.
Dad a 10.
And then you get
Well, plus
you
that
get your
4
sneak
too.
attack, right?
Oh shit, sorry. So it's 14.
Plus a D6.
Man,
Yeah, for sneak attack.
don't use this one.
Yes.
Don't use that one.
14 plus
18
4.
points
18
of damage.
points. All right.
Oh.
I didn't think I need to bump that. I forgot
So-
about the sneak attack.
No,
right after I
why
said
not?
it.
So, Grayson, you
Grayson, no!
hammer one of these guys with your war hammer and kind of like hit him on the shoulder, and he kind of just like snarls at you, and you see kind of like drool come off of his fangs, and he reaches up to like grab you, and all of a sudden this crossbow bolt comes whistling through, sticks him in the armpit. He's like momentarily taken aback, and then you just see his eyes roll up and he collapses on the floor.
And I go, armpit.
Would you like to do anything else?
I'll command PP Dusty Bones to just guard me.
Oh, okay. All right, very good. Yeah, so he, like Hubert, he just sort of bounces his way along next to you. All right.
Well, if I tell him to like attack somebody, it's like his second notion to protect me. Is that always something that he's kind of doing?
No,
or
if
do
you
I-
tell him to attack somebody, he's going to go attack that person no matter what you're doing or where you go. Unless you get like more than 60 feet away, at which
Oh
point
well,
he
he
gets
probably
confused.
can't. He probably will have to double move anyway to get over here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
guard me
he's
is
just
cool.
following you. He's in protection sentry mode.
Cool. Got you.
Very good.
Sentry mode activated.
Sentry.
You know what that noise really is? It is the Pac-Man noise from the Atari 2600 version of Pac-Man.
That's true.
1 kilobit of
True.
memory.
Oh boy! All right, Thon. Top of round 2.
I'll take a shot at this guy, who's at the door.
He's also at the door. Yes.
Thank you,
RJ
RJ.
Canuck.
RJ, thank you.
RJ Canuck. Okay, I'm gonna bump this.
Are you gonna bump the shot?
They
huh?
have some pretty high AC, I think.
right.
Well, I have a +7. Whatever.
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 Bumping by 3, so this is +10.
Yeah, this is +10.
Okay.
25.
Yeah, that will hit.
Cool.
I will allow that to
A
hit.
little bit.
Great.
Just barely.
Just barely. So it's this +3 +2 because
Are you bumping the damage?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I got one left.
Okay.
Why not? Whatever. How many important things are gonna happen?
How many important things are going to... This
that's-
is a Tom Lommel game. How many important things are going to happen?
That's 11 piercing damage.
11?
L11.
All right. Very good. Yeah. So then, you turn to the other one that is kind of like lunging towards you, and another arrow comes in. It sticks him in the shoulder, and he kind of looks at it and pulls it down, and then makes another move towards you. Ronald accompanies you.
I can reuse that one.
Another one,
like
the other one, the other two kind of like have finally like there's some room, so they close up. One of them stands on the edge of there's a little wall that goes around the shaft in the middle of the room. He stands and he just kind of like yells like a hyena, and then he flings an axe
Whoa.
across the room at.
He is on cocaine.
Let's see. So low it's you and high it's you. Since the two of you are sort of in the door there.
Okay.
All right. So he's gonna throw his axe at.
Tank's got a tank.
It's what I do.
Yeah.
Get hit with stuff.
I'm gonna bump.
Bless
I'm
you.
gonna bump
Just
this
put you
by
in the way.
3.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
best
well,
bump
Waste
it.
your bumps.
That didn't work. did
Wait,
it?
use the bumps.
I did.
Okay.
All right. So, and then the other two guys who closed up. High or low?
Low.
Low, huh? Wow, that didn't work.
Phew.
All right. Well, it's high. That's bad for you. So they are going to try and grab Thawne. They've decided that you're
God,
too much
they're
of a
so
target,
handsy.
or too difficult of a target.
I'm going to impose disadvantage on one of those guys.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Very good. Hold on, I've got this great idea.
I'm taking also.
I have another D20, and I can roll them both at the same time. So the first attack is at disadvantage. That misses.
Nice.
The other guy makes his grapple attempt, and he gets a 14. I don't know what your armor class is.
That is meats,
That meets your armor class.
but I'm gonna do lucky.
And make me re-roll.
Well, I get to roll
Oh, you get to roll. All right.
for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's shittier.
All right. So
Use
they
that one.
miss. They miss. Very good. So monsters have gone. At this point, RJ Canuck bestows another bump on everyone.
RJ!
Very
RJ
good.
Canuck!
Very good. Very good.
The best
Uh-huh.
Canuck.
I get those 3 back that I just
Are
burned.
we
Thank
close
you
to
very much.
unlocking super crits and
Super crits
fails?
are unlocked, as a matter of fact. I just didn't want to bring it up in order to keep Lizette
Start
from
doing
being
them.
like, what's happening now?
Oh, I'll do
doing
it right now.
Do it, go.
Do a
Super
crit. Do a
crit.
crit.
It's not my turn. I don't care.
It is Grayson's turn. Grayson, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna smack one of these guys. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
And
Very good.
Try and smash
Try and boink them.
smash a goblin.
Your
Boink 'em
hand,
real
Just
good.
backhand him.
I'm gonna go for the one that got hit with an arrow.
Yes.
Cool.
And that's
Whoa.
not great. Should have bumped
Oh, are
that.
you lucky?
No, I'm not very lucky. I am a master of heavy armor. That's gonna be that's an 11. That's gonna miss.
All right.
11's
11
pretty
does
good.
miss.
Oh.
Very good. All right. So you used your whole action to move into position. So you're up in the group here. You can see all this stuff going on. You see the guy sort of dancing ape-like on the edge of this shaft behind him. and then you see these two guys. One of them like appears to like get a grip on Thawne for just a minute, but then he kind of wriggles free. Thawne wriggles free of their grasp, and they're clearly just kind of like swatting at you guys.
Okay, so are they close enough for me to get hands on?
Yeah, it would be tricky to reach through the combat because these two guys are
Okay.
both in the doorway, right? Like
Yep.
they're kind of eating up a lot of the doorway. So if you wanted to do that, you could do that, but you probably would. Well, no. Like if we were to like look at the squares and stuff like that, they're not close enough. These two guys are taking up too much space for you
Right.
to reach past them.
Okay, so can
Lose
I
some weight, fine.
do a ray of frost?
You can definitely do a ray of frost on any of those guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Dope.
And then both of the dudes are being attacked?
Those two guys seem to both go after Thawne. They kind of gave up on Grayson. Like he's too heavily armored. They couldn't get their
Okay.
hands on him, so
Whatevs.
they just straight up.
He's the mom.
Okay.
They're both going after
So
him
new
right
mom.
now.
So whichever.
Right.
Mom
So
is
if you, want to
very
use,
angry.
if you want to use your inspiration to give yourself advantage, you can do that. Or if you want to use your bumps to give yourself a little bit of an extra edge.
Sure.
Or if you want to save those for the damage, it's all up to you.
I
So many
will.
decisions.
I know, so many options. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll use one bump
Okay.
and I roll one of these.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's
cool.
a d20 plus 5, but this will be plus 6.
Oh,
That's a bad roll.
Yeah.
That is a bad roll.
All right. So
Even I knew
a
that.
total of 10
I
misses.
just want to help.
So that's fine. All right.
Or
So
bad.
Eustrel fires a ray of frost between your shoulders, but can't get a clean shot, and it ends
Oh,
up going
no.
wide up into the ceiling.
Oh, I
Avril.
thought you meant it would hit you.
It's not
What?
that
Not that bad.
Well,
Nice.
Night
What's up, what's up?
Okay, Knights, dude.
What?
bad. It's your turn. What would you
Oh
like to
wow! I would just love
do? So
to.
you did a single move up towards the pack. You'd have to do another move to get even closer, right?
I mean, I'm fine back here.
Oh, you did a bonus action dash, didn't you? No,
I
you
didn't.
crossed-
No, I'm
she moved
here.
in
I
crossbow
crossbow.
last
Okay,
turn.
she moved in crossbow.
But now I'm covered by PP, so I'm just gonna try for another crossbow here.
Also, I don't want to get rulesy. I don't want to, but it takes a turn to reload a crossbow. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a feat
Can
that lets
I-
you skip that.
Oh
though.
shit. I can't use this cunning action.
I don't think so. Dash is engaged.
Damn,
That's like the
girl.
bonus of crossbows is that they're really awesome, but they take a turn to reload unless you have that feat.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
How do I get that?
You get it at level 4. You get to choose a feat.
Level
40?
4. What? 40?
Nightsteed drops another bump on the table.
Thanks,
you.
nice.
Thank
Dude. All right.
Just
well,
And super fumbles have been unlocked.
Yeah.
If you roll a natural 1, bad things happen.
except for me, I can't roll one. Well,
You
actually,
can.
that one time I
If you
re-rolled and got
re-roll
one.
and get a 1, that's a 1.
Last game, guys, I did do that.
That was
It's
pretty cool.
It was pretty alarming. Okay, since I can't.
I'm sorry to ruin that for you.
That's okay. I want to play by the rules.
Cool.
Out of game. In game, I sure don't.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm just gonna kind of like use my dash then. Well, I could just roll up. Yeah, I'll just roll up.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take a stab at this guy with my rapier. Yeah.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
kind of dart between the legs of Thawne there and reach out and slash at one of these crazed goblins.
I'm gonna add a couple bumps to that roll there.
Okay.
Bump,
Unless you'd rather
bump it
use your
up.
inspiration, that's up to you.
Tom, you said that and it jinxed me.
It was
Yes,
a-
it did. That was
Oh
my
wait,
intent.
that's
No.
a 17.
No, you
It
hit
was a
it and it
failure.
removed.
I hit it that hard.
Yeah. It was a 3 and then you hit it and then it rolled.
What do you think, chat? I think that counts.
Pro
if I'm
cheats.
strong enough
Pro
to change
cheats.
a die without. How did I do that? Oh.
Oh, it got better.
You ruined everything. How did I do it that I just ruined my dice roll?
All right.
Okay, I miss, and I'm going to use my cunning action, bonus action, to hide behind Grayson.
What'd you bump with 2?
Yeah, so I got a 5.
Well, plus
It's
6.
not going to get to be enough.
It was like 11 or something. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They've
okay.
got like
Yeah, yeah.
18,
not
right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to do the math because I know like basically what the math is.
All right. I'll
Oh no!
go ahead and make your stealth check. You have advantage because of Arun Mox's influence in today's game.
Nice. Oh
Cool,
yeah.
I do it. I kill it. I crush it.
Yeah. So you dart out. You like
28, no big deal.
kind of like make this little pathetic kind of stab that like goes tink into the ground, and you're like,
Don't use my rapier very often,
Boop.
okay? Not versed.
Honestly, before
I think it's a slashing weapon.
before Grayson can even look down and go, "What was that noise?" You're gone. You're already behind Thawne.
Did I drop something?
All right. Speaking of Thawne, yeah, you're like, dude, is somebody picking my pocket? I heard my wallet jingle.
Where is that bird?
I do have a wallet. It's yours.
Is it on a chain?
Ew.
What?
What?
Ew.
Chain wallet.
Chain wallet.
Pretty gross.
Am I going to a Godsmack concert?
What is your favorite band?
Sing us that one famous Godsmack song, Rob.
Let me pull it up. Let me pull up the lyrics for this song.
It's already, it's already open.
All right, it's your turn, Thawne. What would you like to do? Round
Cool.
three. Round three.
Wow, they're right in front of us.
Yes.
So at this point, any range attack is at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to use my short sword instead.
Okay.
Uh,
You lower Rainmaker and draw Drought Cleaver.
what? I didn't name that.
I think
thought that-
Drought Cleaver sounds way cool.
That is
That's
a
a
really
pretty cool
That is a
name.
pretty
Way
cool name.
cool.
though.
Drought Cleaver.
That's pretty cool.
You guys could take that one home. That's a free one from Tom Lommel.
I just name all my weapons. I've
Why'd
named
you say your own name?
That's right.
I've named every arrow I have.
A gift from me, Tom Lommel.
Well, that's crappy.
Whoa!
Mm.
Gang, what is going on with us?
They're fidgety, all right? They're fidgety.
All right, Ronald P.P. Dusty Bones is on sentry duty.
Oh no, you forgot to do something with him.
No, she told him to like be on guard duty.
Yeah.
He's
okay,
like
cool.
following her around.
Okay.
Yeah, he catches up at this point because you
Oh
moved ahead
wait,
of him.
no, that was the turn before.
Yeah, but
You
you
didn't
use
change
your
it. If you don't change it, he's
use
doing
your
whatever
bonus
you
action
said.
to hide.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not my bonus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can do
Oh, you did,
all
yeah.
of it, all of the above. I just forgot because I got so
No,
upset.
you can't give him an order if you use your bonus action to hide.
That's not my. I've got cunning action.
Right. but
Right.
That uses a bonus
That
action.
uses
No,
your
that's
bonus
for
action.
dash, disengage, or hide.
Right. But you only get one bonus action a turn.
I should get as many as I want.
You should.
Okay, Amy.
What's the point of this then?
Because usually I can't do that. I can't
Usually
use a bonus
hide
action.
it and all that stuff's in
A full-on action.
full-on action, whereas you get to do it as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So you can hide and attack, whereas most people would be spend one round hiding, next round attack.
There's just too many rules.
I'm not going to disagree, but
It's kind of the point.
very
Point,
good.
and I'm
Very
mad
good.
all the time.
Monster.
Monsters go. Monsters go. Boy, I really want this to work. All right. So,
You want them to murder us?
high or low?
You guys, let's make a treaty.
Low.
Low.
Oh shit! I should.
That's not it.
Normal.
Oh, yeah, you're
All right, so it's low. That's favorable for you, whatever that means. Do you want them to attack you, or do you want them to attack Thawne and you get to impose disadvantage on
I
them?
want them to attack me.
Okay,
Oh,
so
my man.
That's what I do.
My dude.
one of them attempts to grapple you.
I kind of want to see this to happen, just see what they do after they grapple
Actually,
a
you know,
full-size
I've got
bet
these.
they-
human.
I
I
got
bet
these
they
bumps.
bark.
I'm spending
They start
3
humping
bumps
him
on
like
this.
a dog.
3 bumps.
They think
Yeah.
it's his, it's their mom. That'd be
Waste your bumps.
All right, so that's a
Oh.
21.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
That hits you. All right, that guy grabs you
Uh-oh.
and turns around and shoves you into the towards the shaft.
Okay.
All right. So give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Whoa, yeah,
Forever
new sub.
imp.
What's up?
Forever imp.
I'm gonna spend
Thank
3
you,
bumps
man.
on that.
3 bumps on this dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, because my dex is real garbage. So that's gonna be
Was that a 6? Oh,
a
shit.
6 with my.
It's a 9.
Yeah. So a 9 with my -1 makes it an 8.
I'm cheating.
An 8. All right. He dumps you over the side of the shaft in the center of this chamber. Now, the good news is that
What? Is Timmy in the well? Is that what you're saying?
You just
The
one hit
good,
kill him?
the good news is that this shaft is covered with vines all the
Oh,
way around
yeah.
the side. So on your way
Oh.
down, you can make another saving
Oh,
throw
man.
in order to save yourself.
You're like
This'll be a
Alice in
strength one
Wonderland.
instead.
Grayson in Wonderland. I'd read that book for a few minutes and then I'd burn it.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wants to use their inspiration to give you advantage on this roll, they can do that. You can spend bumps on this roll.
Are there
But
spikes
I
down
will
there?
tell you right now, it's a DC 15.
Don't suppose anybody knows Featherfall.
Oh, we have that.
I do.
We have
Yeah.
Featherfall?
We have a Featherfall token.
Oh,
shit.
now
No.
it makes a
No,
tree.
you do not. You have a Quall's
Oh, yeah.
feather
No,
token.
that's
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It just has the word feather and it's misleading.
Yeah.
I do have spider climb. I could throw you a scroll.
Read this quickly while you're falling.
All right. Well, we will resolve that action on your turn. The other guy watches this and kind of gets this big grin on his face, and he lunges for you.
Oh, so many drugs in his body.
All right. So I'm going to spend 3 bumps on that
Yeah.
and try and grab Thawne.
Give it a shot.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That's a 12. 12 misses you. 12
Nice,
misses
bro.
you.
AC?
Yeah.
Yeah, it misses. I'm at 14.
Don't tell him. It's a good wipe, man.
All right. And then the other guy who was on the lip runs over and is going to attempt to grab Eustrail. That's
You
not
moved.
good
I
either.
can't hide behind you. You move.
I didn't move. I was pulled and thrown into a
She's
pit.
more mad at Grayson than the
Yeah.
other guy. Why are you moving? I'm hiding here.
I'm hiding here.
Forever
I didn't
Imp,
even see you.
As Grayson's falling down a pit, he still gets yelled at.
You
Yeah.
should
Forever
sense me.
Imp wants to give his sub bump to Havana, but only if you say, "I don't need to math because I basically know what math is."
I already said that tonight.
Well, there's debate because you said I don't need to math because I basically know what the math is.
Oh, yeah.
And they want the removed, and we
Oh,
can't
okay.
officially do that unless you.
Oh, okay. I don't need to do the math. I know what math is.
Because I basically know what math is.
I don't need to do the math because I basically know what math is.
All right.
Clipped. All right, very good. So, Eustrail, you are also getting attacked. That's going to be a 17.
Shit.
Oh.
That's a hit. That'll be a hit.
Yeah, very good. All right, so they drag you over to the edge of the shaft
Very
here.
good reaction.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So it's a D20 plus your
I'm
dex
plus
modifier.
2.
I mean, if I were you, I'd use your
Oh, yeah.
inspiration.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay.
So that gives you advantage on this. You roll 2 of them.
So you roll 2 D20s now and take the higher number. Oh, wait, you can bump it also if you think this is
Oh my god,
important.
don't scare her.
Well, because I'm about to
Don't
get
order
thrown into
yet.
the
Pit.
patch.
probably important.
Yeah.
It's important.
So like 3.
For
Sure.
sure.
3 is the most you can spend.
This is important. Yeah, nice.
Killing it. You didn't even need it.
19 plus. Yeah, you got that.
21.
All right, so this frenzied goblin attempts to throw you down this well or whatever it is, and as he kind of like heaves you, you just sort of like go like a dead fish, kind of limp, and fall prone on the ground and roll off the edge of the shaft. You kind of like hook your feet on the edge of the well and bump yourself over and flop
I do not
over.
understand what's going on.
So,
She what?
yeah, so he goes to like
I went
heave
limp.
her, and yeah, and she just sort of like flops out of his.
This is like a Gary's Mod situation. This is not. We're just stiffens are just rolls.
Stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a
Yeah.
board.
Just
Like
feign-
like a
feign
3-year-old who doesn't want to be picked up.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
you're
You just
like,
kind of like,
Oh my
flop on it,
gosh.
you know, and kind of hit the edge of the shaft and push off with your feet, and you were laying next to the thing now, and it's looking down at you like angry and crazed. But that's that. So that's all of the monsters went,
Shit.
which was mean. Grayson, you are
Grayson?
tumbling. Does anybody want to? There's only one inspiration left on the table. You can use your inspiration.
What was that
He's
left?
definitely using 3 bucks. This is a DC 15 dexterity save, which he is at a -1 at.
You don't gotta do it if you don't want
Aww, she loves
Thank
you.
you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Free
It's really
popcorn.
good.
There's a lot
Thank you
there's a
for
lot
that.
riding on this.
Nice. Whew.
All right.
You
So
don't need me. Nobody needs
yeah,
me.
you're tumbling down.
Hearing your voice yell at me for moving inspires me to go,
Shit, you were my cover.
She does need me.
Get back up here.
You grab onto this vine and just like kind of come to a dead stop and like clang against the side of this 10-foot diameter shaft. And you look down. You are 60 feet down, and you can see that
Damn.
this thing goes another 20 feet into a larger chamber below.
Whoa. Top
and you
secret.
like look down, and you're like, that would have killed me. Yeah, that would have killed me. And then
man.
you just like grab, another, and start climbing up. So I'll let you climb another 20 feet up, so you're 40 feet below the lip
Okay.
of the shaft here.
Oh wow.
Very good.
quite a distance.
Eustrail, you're laying on the ground next to the edge of this well. This goblin is standing over you. What would you like to do?
Oh, if he's standing that close,
Mhm.
then I could put my hands on him.
You could
Oh.
definitely yep, you
Yeah.
can shock and grasp
Yes.
this dude. Yep.
Shock, grasp.
All right.
Yep.
Very good. So D20 plus 5, unless you want to modify that at all.
No,
Plus
just
5
do
is
that.
pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good. Hell
16.
Plus 5 is 21.
21.
You hit. If you'd like to juice the damage, that's available as an option to you right now. You could spend bumps to increase your damage. You normally just do, what, a D8 with Shocking Grasp?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's one of these. If you want to pump a little more in there, that's up to you.
Sure, I'll use one.
Okay,
Pump.
so D8 plus 1. Go ahead and roll.
This one?
Yep.
Nice.
Ah.
2 points
Shit.
of
At
damage.
least you bumped it.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Okay.
This one here.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so that was Eustrail. Avril. And I assume you probably want to stand up, huh? Or do you
Yeah.
want to stay on the ground prone?
No, stay. Yeah, or
grab their
get,
ankle.
Yeah.
That would be funny. That's a funny image. Okay, this is you, Thon.
Yes.
But he's engaged, so my sneak attack would still work on that if I hit.
Yeah.
On Thon, definitely. Mm-hmm. I mean, on the guy fighting Thon, yes, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Just stab me in the back.
Yeah. Sneak attack.
You're my cover.
Yeah.
And you're dead.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put a.
I'm totally
couple bumps on
goblins
this
now.
to hit
Okay.
roll. Shit, every time I use bumps, that's the only time I
That's
roll
the point.
good.
Mm-hmm.
All in the head.
Burp, dear, burp, burp. Oh, my brain farted. 15 or 25.
Oh, you hit.
15.
Don't worry about that.
I
I
have a
rolled an
negative.
18.
I have a negative.
You definitely
It's
hit.
okay if I use my crossbow now, right?
Did you reload? It's an action.
What? It takes a whole turn?
Yes.
I thought you were using your rapier on this guy.
just
Yeah, I thought that
before
was your
it-
That's fine. That's what I'm doing now. That's the whole plan. That's my plan all along. What's the point?
You could throw a dagger.
Well, I'll have to get it back. What if I forget? I'll forget. I'll forget.
Also, it's real crap
You should name it,
damage.
then you won't forget.
Yes. Oh, bye.
Whoa,
Llama.
Llama.
That was a cool llama.
Oh, dick. Okay, 5.
What's your sneak attack damage?
5.
Plus a d6.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go. 11 points of damage to his face. Please.
Did you add your dexterity mod in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 11 points of damage kills him.
Yay!
Kills him. There are 2 left. One of them has been shocked by Eustrail. Ronald PP Dusty Bone. Are you moving at all or doing
Oh, my
any
God.
sort of...
What?
I just never remember what to do when I need to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna. Shit. Are they both? Oh, no, fuck. Okay, no.
One
I'm
of
gonna.
them looks like they're, standing over Eustrail and probably going to attack her. And the other one is engaged with Thon at this point.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide back here.
I think if you move back there, though, one of them is going to get an attack of opportunity on you for going into the combat and then coming back around behind him.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage and
Okay.
just come back here.
Very good.
Thomas.
That works fine. All right. So that was Avril. That brings us around to Thawne.
Okay, here's a question.
Yeah.
If I wanted to shove this one, could I shove him into the pit from here? Like a
Ooh.
good.
You might hit.
Yeah.
He's of size smaller,
You
so
have
maybe.
you have to hit him. Yeah.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
What if you hit Grayson?
How
Right.
Yeah, how big is this pit? How wide?
10 feet in diameter.
I mean,
Pretty big.
like.
Yeah, just this is Sparta it, and I'll be
Right.
fine.
Right.
He's gonna have to roll
He approves.
for
Yeah.
not hitting.
You okay? Down there? I can give a good kick.
Do what you gotta do.
It's not that hard. It's,
just
like
that-
Zelda.
I'm wearing a lot of armor.
It's true.
Whose fault is that? Heavy armor master.
He just drops his armor. Oh well. Don't need this for the rest of the dungeon.
Forget it. It's all good. We're fine now.
Plunk. Yeah, I'll do that. So is this like a strength contest or?
I believe you have to hit him, and then you do an opposed strength check for a shove attack. But maybe
Okay.
I'm wrong about that, right? Where's the PHB?
Here's one.
All right.
Can I borrow yours?
I'm eating.
Shove, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here, you can look it up.
I'll look it up if you want to roll.
Okay.
Maybe it's moot, right?
Maybe it's moot. I'm gonna bump this.
Shoving 195.
How have you
I mean,
been
what-
shoving us if you didn't know how to roll for it?
They've been grappling, and then they
Right.
just move you.
Shove is a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could also do that, but I think I'd have to take
That's
an
what Tom
attack
would do.
opportunity from
Oh,
this
instead of making an attack roll. So
Oh,
that's the
okay.
difference. Is they made an attack roll to try and grapple you. Instead of making an attack roll, you just make a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
guy. Okay.
And if you win the contest, you either knock the target prone or push it 5 feet away from you.
Okay, and that's enough to get it into the pit.
I would say in this situation that is enough.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna bump it by 2. That's all the bumps I got. Thank you for that. And then my athletics is 3, so it's 5 plus whatever I roll, which is gonna be a 20. Nope.
Whoops.
Nope. Just kidding. It's gonna be a 20.
Ooh,
That's
it's
jacked.
cocked.
Totally cocked.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Confirmation of cocked.
Do it again.
That's pretty tight, but
Don't
I'll
look
give it
at that,
cocked.
Amy.
I'll give it cocked.
Don't look at
I'm
that.
gonna bump this by 3 so that I'm a +4 on my roll. Well, you got +5. You got an advantage.
Should have taken the cock.
Wait, I have lucky.
Do you?
Yeah, I still,
Okay.
have, I still have 2 luck points.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then do it again.
He's so lucky. He's a star.
Okay, much better. So that's 18.
Total of 18. All right. I got a total of 15.
Yes!
You knocked that guy backwards.
He gone.
Yeah.
He gets a dexterity saving throw as he goes over the edge of the well.
He's holding a bow. He can't
It's gonna be
grab
like Super
anything.
Mario World. Are those
That is
turtles?
enough. So he just falls prone. He ends up falling prone. You push him against the thing, and he does sort of that same kind of like rollover move, and he gets knocked prone.
Son of a bitch.
Kick him and he just.
I mean, the good news, bad news for you guys is that getting over that wall is tough. It's pretty easy to make that saving throw to not get pushed over it. But then once you go over it, it's making the 15 to stop falling. That's the killer.
Wait, I have one more luck point. Can I make you reroll?
So it's hard
that's up to
to
you.
get in,
No,
but
I'll
it's
save it.
easy to stay
Can't you only
in.
do it once per turn? Can't you only? Spend
It's once per roll.
Oh, once per roll. Well, it's up to you.
No, I'm gonna save it.
You're gonna save
I'm gonna
it.
take that space though.
Okay,
To
you
be
move
next
up. Very good. Grayson, you your normal movement is what?
It's 30, but isn't the monster's turn?
Oh, you're right. It is the monster's turn.
Well, it's Ronald's turn. Then it's
Ronald's turn. Ronald's defending her.
Okay.
Monsters.
He's running back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Come over here and push some goblins, man.
He is
Are you talking
going
to
to.
Pee-Pee?
He's going to stand
He's
up
listening.
and grapple you.
Me?
Ronald?
Come
No.
and get it.
Yeah. Ronald had changed
I'm
sides.
going to use my
Outta here.
last 3 bumps
He comes out of his fugue
to
state.
grab
You're not my real mom.
to grab you. Try and grab you. That
I don't
is
know.
11 plus. He's at +4 to attack, so that's 15. That hits you, right?
It does.
All right, so he turns and tries to drop you over the edge. Give me a DC. It's not very high. It's a DC 10 dex save.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh, luck
Gone!
Luck point. Luck point.
Well, now.
Luck point.
Yeah, they're all gone now.
Luck point.
Now gone.
They're all gone now. Okay, cool.
Ooh. That's like the opposite.
I'll just tell you, we all float down here.
All right. So you do the kindergartner flop.
So I'm also prone
and you're also prone.
in the same space, or do I
Very
move
good.
anywhere else?
You'd be prone next to him probably.
I'm the only
So, like
one
here?
who decided to get away from the hole. Why is that?
Very smart. All right.
Oh, we're all gonna push this hole. Let's get closer to it.
And then there's
I like holes, okay?
this
Yeah,
guy.
that guy gets to attack you, Strail. So let's just see what happens here. So that's 16. That's gonna hit you.
Dang.
Do you want to give me a Dex save? It's a DC 10, so you're at +2 on this roll, unless you
It'll be a
otherwise
20.
decide to
Okay.
bump it.
Ooh,
17, no problem. All right, so you also flop onto the ground. Again.
Just
So
like-
it was just like this, weird, like this wild world
Yeah.
of wrestling kind of.
I'm
competition.
like way over here just being like, what the fuck is happening?
All right, now it is your turn, Grayson.
Slop
You
around.
Stop,
If
drop,
I-
and roll.
I can basically climbing is essentially difficult terrain, and if
Yeah.
I'm 40 feet down, I can double move basically to
up
make
to
my
30,
save.
so you're 10 feet below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
All
you,
right.
like,
want to do
fly
bonus
out
action
a
or
bit?
anything, or?
No, I'm good.
Okay, very good. Use Drail. You can zap this guy again if you want.
Yeah, or okay,
Or-
so my mage hand,
It's not strong enough.
it's
to,
not
like,
strong enough to.
It can only do
toss
10
him?
pounds. Yeah.
Okay.
It can only do 10 pounds, unfortunately.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
I
I'm
like
gonna,
what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something stronger. Then I'm gonna try the chromatic.
Oh,
Orb.
right. You're just gonna
Nice.
blast the chromatic
Yeah.
orb in his face.
Yeah.
Very good.
So for that,
Yep. Roll d20 plus 5. You want to hit. Mhm. Oh yeah, you hit. You hit. So I believe that he doesn't even get a saving throw. You just roll
Yeah, you
3d8, right?
Okay.
So it's,
3d8?
Yep. There you go.
What level are
It's
you?
it's a first level spell.
Jesus.
One of those is not right.
Alright,
The blue
this
one.
It's the blue one.
The blue one that you already had
Yeah.
is
Ah.
a 10, I believe.
Pick the yellow, the white, and that
These
green
two
one.
and
you
the
got in
green
your
one.
hand.
These two and the green
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Got it.
Add 'em up.
Nice.
Yep.
That's
Triple eights.
crazy. Oh, that's pretty,
Pretty
good.
good.
14 points of damage.
Kaboom!
All right. Yeah. So that guy. What type of damage do you choose to do? You get to pick one of the damage types.
Oh, what are the damage types?
So acid, fire, cold, lightning, thunder. I don't remember what the other one is.
Acid their face.
Yeah, acid sounds great.
Yeah. So you fire this pellet of energy and it hits him right in the rib cage and goes into his stomach and you see his blood and bones fulminate out through the top of his mouth as he's dissolved from the inside. He is destroyed. There's one goblin left. Avril, you set your sights on that guy.
Oh, you know, he's engaged. Maybe with her, I'm just gonna scoot up here with my rapier and just like give a little poke. Give a little poke. I'm gonna put a couple of these.
Are
No.
these two that you spent?
Yeah, I spent those, yeah.
All right,
Mhm.
Very good. Very good. Bumps coming out. Plus
Do
2.
it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Nice.
18.
That hits.
And plus a 6. Do the math. It hits. I won't do
24.
it. I refuse.
With sneak.
And I get a sneak on this, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Cool.
Real sneaker.
You sneaky
I'm a
as
real.
shit.
Oh, can I get a bonus since I'm sneaky?
That's the D6 is the bonus.
No, from our gods.
No, that doesn't give you advantage.
Sneak hide. Oh, okay. 9 plus, so 12.
Plus 4? 13.
9, 10, 13.
13 points of damage.
To his face!
He hasn't been touched yet, but that you lay a heavy blow upon him for sure.
Cool, and then I'm gonna.
Bonus action disengage, or are you gonna stay up front?
Yeah, I'll probably. Well, I'll just use my bonus action to command PP to
Okay.
stab him.
Okay, great. All
Have
right,
him-
very
have him
good.
Tackle him over the edge.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna make him
Just.
push.
What
What if PP falls?
You'll get a new one. No?
Yeah. I mean, you can literally summon any other
Yeah, you can
skeleton.
make
Use
skeletons
my
over.
best. That's not true. He's a good guy.
Okay.
He's a good skeleton.
Grayson is your best friend.
I know. That's why I looked in his eyes and I said it's not true. We have matching earrings. Do you remember that?
Wait, me? No, Grayson.
I was talking about Grayson.
Oh, Grayson is my best friend. No, we're best friends. We have best friend.
We do have best friend earrings. It's true.
All right. So you
Moonstones.
command Ronald to go up and
Moonstones.
finish this guy off. Give him a stab. Thon, that means it's your turn. You
Oh,
are
right, he goes
prone.
after me.
You can stand up if you so choose. Or you
Would
can
it?
attack from prone if you
Yeah.
like.
Is it disadvantage to like cleave at his legs with my short sword?
I don't remember exactly.
I don't think it affects
Not
you, but
melee.
they have advantage on attacks against
Right.
you.
If I'm
Right.
still prone.
Yeah. You
Let's
can
take
you
a
can go
look.
prone and
Let's
be fine
find out.
attacking, but
So basically, I just want to pull out my short sword and like attack while standing up.
Oh, you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, never mind then.
So stand up.
Yeah, I'll stand.
Only movement option is to crawl unless it's you stand to end the condition. But I don't think standing. It costs you half your movement to stand.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, I'll stand to do that, and then I will. I guess short sword is the way to
Short
go
sword
here.
that guy.
Short sword. That sounds like a hit. 21.
Yes, that is a hit.
Blackjack.
Well, I don't think Ronald's going to get a chance here.
Aw.
Ronald,
I
you
did.
tried, buddy.
Ronald.
Yeah.
I'm so close to it.
Live it.
3 plus 3 plus 2 is 8.
8 points of damage. You
8 pierce.
skewer
Assaulted.
him, and he slumps to his
Toss him
knees,
into that
and-
hole.
And then bump, bump, bump. Or the
Look out
body
below.
just thwomp, 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 thump. So yeah, over your head, you just see this goblin come tumbling down, and you're like, here we go again.
You have to roll to evade it?
Crash. All right, combat is over. You have successfully
Go.
dispatched
Wanna
the
help Grayson
frenzied
up?
goblins who have been
Put my hand down.
tearing this room apart in search
so
for...
heavy.
Can I be looting them?
Let me tell you.
Loot that body.
Let me describe this
Loot that
room
body.
one more time for those of you playing at home, since we were sort of in the middle of a discussion when this came up. A circular
Yeah.
shaft pierces the floor of this 40-foot diameter domed chamber. Dim violet light shines out of the shaft, revealing the sickly white and gray vines which coat the shaft's walls. The light from the shaft is supplemented by 4 lit wall torches, which are set equidistant around the chamber. A crudely fashioned throne of stone sits against the curve of the northwestern wall. A large iron chest sits at its feet, and the remains of 2 wooden barrels lie hacked apart in one of the corners, or one end of the room. So,
Is there anything on the goblins that we murdered?
the goblins themselves do not have anything of significance. no.
What was in the casks? What were they beating them up for?
It looks like it had. It looks like these casks had the remains of a bunch of fungi. A bunch of those. Remember, I said like one of the bento boxes had bright,
Oh, yeah.
blue, kind of veiny fungi that glowed in the dark, phosphorescent fungi. It looks like that's what was in these things.
So casks full of food.
There's also there's a
This is the more pure version of like these are the actual pure picked mushrooms themselves. Whereas what he had in this little wooden or metal lunchbox thing had clearly been cooked and chopped and prepared and that sort
And
of
they
thing.
glow blue?
They glow
Is
bright
it related to the liquid that I have? That I stole
blue.
from
Give
the...
me an intelligence check.
my best.
Your best thing.
I don't think I have any bumps left. I got a 0.
Total of 0.
you
Huh?
hallucinate.
Huh?
The only way that you can make a connection between these two things would be they would have to have cut the little blue glowing spots off and then mushed it into some sort of paste to make this stuff. So whatever they did to make the blue paste that you found is a much more refined process. You think that it's possible these fungi are somehow involved in that paste,
Okay.
but you're honestly befuddled as to like, I don't know, how would they process this and keep the phosphorescence, and it doesn't smell the same at all. Like the paste stuff smells real, like almost kind of minty and tingly, you know. almost
It's
like
a toothpaste.
it
They're just
well, it
doing
smells
one
like
toothpaste.
toothpaste. Yeah, like it smells like toothpaste to
Yeah.
you. But then these mushrooms smell earthy and loamy and disgusting. Like
Ew.
yeah,
Gross.
they
There's
smell like
also-
goblin fingers. Is what they smell like.
At the bottom of this shaft, there's another chamber.
Down the hole.
Yes.
You seen some shit?
I mean, I couldn't see what was there because I was trying not to die, but I fell pretty far down, and there's still a little ways to go, and it seemed to open up into something.
Well, I have some rope if you want to spelunk.
I also have rope. I would. No one else curious about this chest first?
Yeah, I mean,
before we go?
definitely,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to check it. I'm sorry. The hole has kind of been my focus for a minute now.
Oh, it always has
You,
been.
you just hear this kind of like clank, 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 and then like Grayson's head comes over the side, and he looks around like RoboCop and doesn't see any other goblins, and he goes, "There's a whole other chamber down here." and you're like, "What about this chest?" And he's like, "There's a whole other chamber down here."
Yeah, but chest.
Pop it.
I guess I'll check it for traps.
No, pop it.
You will, huh? All right.
I'll
very good.
try. I'll sure try, man.
Fair enough. Let me. Why don't you give me an
Okay.
intelligence investigation check?
6 plus something.
-2.
6 plus -2. 4 total.
4. It doesn't appear to be trapped.
That's just what I would say.
How does it look?
I don't know.
What?
Huh?
Open it.
I'm scared.
I'll open it. I'll trust you.
Okay.
Grayson opens the
You
chest.
trust me? I didn't say it was safe.
All right. So are you? I mean, let me put it this way. I'm sorry. Let me clarify something. The chest is locked. It doesn't appear to be trapped,
Oh.
but it's definitely locked.
Okay, I'll unlock it then.
Okay. Give me.
Well, last time I did that. Cover me.
What if we just throw it down the pit and it'll shatter and open? And we're going down there anyways, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
Wait, what if everything inside it breaks?
I mean, probably, but I don't know.
I'm just gonna unlock it.
Gold doesn't break. I don't know.
Fuck my dick. Jesus Christ.
Well, I definitely don't want to open it now.
Suck. It's a 10. I don't know. It's not the worst thing.
Oh, 10's not that bad.
All right. So you get your thieves' tools out. Does that include your proficiency bonus?
No, wait.
So
It would be sleight of hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the same.
Oh,
as
It's your
Okay.
dex plus
Plus
proficiency.
proficiency.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
So 8 plus 2.
So 10. Yeah.
10. Yeah. So you get your thieves' tools out, and you don't know if you're just a little rusty, or maybe like all these fumes are still going to your head or whatever. But you pick out. You can't. It doesn't pop.
I put away my bow and look at Grayson. Plan B?
I'm gonna. What kind of lock does it seem to have? Does it have like a padlock thing, or is it an internal sort of?
It looks like it's set in there.
Whoa,
Okay.
can I use my key? I try to shove the key in there.
Oh, right. Yeah, you got that.
That does not fit in that lock.
Dang it. I try harder.
Totally
I break
different
the key.
size and
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
configuration.
whoa.
I thought it maybe would be a skeleton key. Work with all locks. That'd be cool, huh?
That would be cool, actually.
Am I sort of like investigating the shaft? Because I'm not interested in treasure like
Sure.
they are. I'm kind of like, how can.
I mean, yes and no. You would definitely be interested in any remaining relics of the cult of the dragon that have been either
Okay.
left
Yeah.
or recovered here in the temple, right?
All right.
So in terms of like, and you know, you do like, well, you don't have to deal a lot with other creatures, but it is helpful to have
Yeah.
some money.
You just
You're
gave away all
definitely
your
like
treasure.
not your career is not like let's go amass a fortune. You are here to liberate this temple complex.
Yeah, yeah.
But anything remaining behind and having a little extra pocket change isn't bad. But you're also curious about what else is going on down here.
Is the chest 10 pounds or less?
No, it's
No.
not. It's heavier than that.
Darn it.
Darn.
I mean, maybe with the help of the mage hand,
Yeah.
we could topple it over. But I mean, you were going to try to smash it, I think.
I mean, if you want me to try and smash it, I'll try and smash it.
Do it gently.
Okay, I'll try and like aim for like the.
Wait, didn't you
Yeah,
have a
upper
crowbar?
half.
Did someone have a crowbar?
Oh, I have a crowbar.
Wouldn't that be like...
Yeah,
Give me
I'm
the
going to
crowbar.
give you the
Yeah.
crowbar.
All right, I'll use the crowbar and my not unsubstantial amount of strength.
Okay.
What's wrong with us?
Not our best day.
Oh, but
Right.
you get advantage with the crowbar.
Do I?
Doozy?
Advantage to strength check when
Oh,
leverage is
shit.
applied.
All right. So Grayson, gets the crowbar out.
I'm
he
sorry,
tries
I can't
to wedge
bend
it.
solid iron with my bare hands.
He wedges it into the seam between the lid of the chest and the bulk of the chest, and as he
I just climbed 60
Yeah.
feet.
as he forces,
We get it.
as he forces his weight down on it, he realizes just like his biceps and his wrists are just stinging from this climb up the side of the shaft, and his hand slips on the crowbar and it bumps into the front of the lock, and all of a sudden there's this little needle that just comes out and stick right in the top of your hand. Give me a.
Oh my god.
First of all, you take.
Oh my god. I thought there were no traps. I'm so sorry.
You take 2 points of piercing damage,
Okay. Just straight piercing?
and then I need you to make a DC 10 Constitution
Oh,
save.
it poisoned. Oh.
I mean, if this is piercing, non-magical, then my armor would negate the damage.
Okay.
15.
Nice.
All right. So your gauntleted hand slips down the shaft of the crowbar, hits the edge of the lock. You hear the lock go spring, and this little tiny needle that's dripping with some sort of foul, like greenish black liquid comes out and goes tink on the edge of your armor, and you just look at it, and then you like reach with your hand like and break it off.
It
Break
was-
what off?
This poison needle, like you see this poison needle like come 3 inches out of the thing, tung, stick in the end of his armor, and then he just reaches over and like snaps it off like it was
Because it's stuck in
the
your
quill off of a cactus.
All right. Well, hopefully that's the only one of those.
Could I use my mage hand to pick up the crowbar and try and, while staying a good distance
Ooh,
myself?
That's a good idea.
So smart.
Maybe. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check with your mage hand. So
Okay.
roll
so
and
that's
add 2.
plus 2.
Oh, Lonald.
Zank. Yes.
Gee,
Oh,
19.
Nice.
19. So Eustrail looks at the rest of you and is like,
We're over here like,
and she makes this gesture with her hand, and suddenly like a spectral hand like reaches down and snatches the crowbar and brings it straight up, and then just wham straight down like as if you were running an ice chisel. Just slams, snaps the lock off, and it breaks into about 5
Traditionally,
pieces.
that is not how you use a crowbar, but I respect your technique.
And nobody took damage in that last fight, did they?
I didn't.
No,
Yeah.
those guys all tried to throw you over the edge instead of attacking you with their axes. So
Those
yes, so
fools.
you snap the lock off. The chest pops open.
Oh my God, Usriel, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
Inside, you find 231 gold pieces.
damn.
Whoa.
You can get my 100 that I owe you out of that.
Thank you.
And you find 2 onyx gems, which are each worth 30 gold pieces.
I'm gonna do the math for that gold.
You also find
know which one I want.
You also find a very shoddily bound ledger.
Oh, what does it say?
You flip it open.
We get 57 gold each.
You flip it open.
Including the onyx gems?
It looks. Well, I tell you what. Here's what it looks like. It doesn't. You don't have to speak a lot of Goblin, and with your knowledge of ciphers and codes, you can pretty quickly kind of puzzle out what you think it says. So this is a sample page of the latest entry. Let's just call this the latest entry in the ledger.
Okay, Granna get.
Fuck Wugget.
Why don't we put one of these under the dice
Fuck
cam
Wugget.
for the?
Yeah, what's that? That's a wild card. Nothing. Oh, I see. Okay, so Granna got 61 silver. Granna got 2 pints. She gave 2 pints.
Grinna is the and then
Grenna is a thing they got. This is
Yeah.
the substance that we're looking
Yeah.
for.
No, these are names.
No. Grenna's
Yeah.
the thing, the liquid.
Yeah,
that we're-
No,
Grinna.
Isn't it?
it's Grinnick.
That's Grinnick.
Okay, so yeah.
Grinnick
Oh.
is the stuff.
Fools.
Very good.
These are all names.
So,
Mhm.
So this is like a
North?
trade log.
Yeah.
Muckfooter!
100 shinies.
He gave them 100 shinies
No,
for
he
something?
got 100 shinies.
Or
Muckfuda got 100 shinies.
no Dell on here.
North.
Teek teek.
Teak,
Balak.
Belloc,
Baka baka.
Baka, Monkey. Yeah, I mean,
Kisses.
gross.
Kisses. What? It's just I'm just reading it.
Gross. 10 pints is like too many. 2 kobolds, Sterna Wugget. Someone is giving kobolds.
So what am I? Oh,
Like,
like give it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like their property right now. Do you know a Sterna and a Wugget?
You do
Yes.
not.
No.
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 You do not recognize those names.
Kobolds, that's right. That's what that means, though, right?
Yeah.
Half flask, half.
Half flask, a good shield. Spelled good wrong. Yeah, I think really, Muckfuda is what we need to focus on.
Yeah.
They're dealing
What's 100
He's dealing
shinies?
with shinies.
All right.
So he gave them 100 gold. He didn't get anything in return, so maybe that was passage or something. Or
Yeah, maybe.
because it wasn't a trade. He just gave them.
Well, it looks like he
100.
got 100 shinies.
No, they got because Grenna gave them 61 silver, and they gave Grenna 2 pints.
Oh,
yeah, I
very
see.
smart. You're so smart. I mean, what? No.
Thank you, Avril.
God damn it. You know,
It
I
was,
forget
you
that.
were genuinely nice to me just there.
No, I would.
You're
I don't.
changing. You're becoming a good person.
I feel weird they're paying for kisses. Maybe I feel weird about that.
I mean, I don't
So
know. If we're
Baka
two
gave them
consenting
some
adults.
kisses, and then
He
Baka
the
got a beer. Is that how that works?
Maybe Baka has good kisses. I don't know.
I don't know what this means for us. Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Soda miser. I love soda too.
I don't.
But
It
you
gave me
keep
an
it
ulcer.
close to your- You can't have my soda.
You can't.
It's sody, like sody pop.
Sure it is.
Uh-huh.
Soda pop gave me an ulcer.
I
Don't
mean,
taste
I
it.
wouldn't shame. Like, if somebody's like into sex work, we should be okay with
Sex work?
That it's
Oh, the
it's a noble.
kisses.
It's
Oh, I
it's
thought
the
it was
world's
sodomy.
oldest profession.
Do you think kissing is sex, Grayson?
I was raised in a convent.
You have had sex. I paid for it. You better have had it.
Uh-oh. Do you not have it?
Oh, is there?
You owe me like 150 gold now.
Wait, did she come out crying?
I mean,
If she didn't, then he didn't have the sex.
I don't
so
know.
disappointed. Why? What does this mean? What does
John
it
Monkey
mean?
46. Thanks for
It's
the follow.
a trade log. I mean,
Yeah.
100 shinies
No,
could mean
but what's it
anything.
mean that Muckfutter is
Oh,
giving them
let's
shinies?
Go, let's go ask these goblins.
Oh, the high ones?
We need.
Yes.
The ones in the
The
hole?
sick ones.
Who's
not
The
the
got
dead
rope?
ones?
We need.
Who's got rope?
Well, we
What do
we
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 don't
could
have.
tie them. We could tie them up.
They're not a threat. We don't
Yeah.
have. We don't have the.
The
vinegar.
rope is for going down this
Oh,
hole.
let's tie them up and then use them as a ladder to climb down the hole.
I'm sorry, I did forget that you do find 2-pint glasses, 2-pint jars of that sour, of the Grinnick. Of the
Whoa!
Grinnick.
Oh.
Yes, that
So-
would also be in there.
If we give that one Grinnick, he will hopefully answer our
Yeah,
questions.
maybe he'll sober up.
We should probably bring him into this room,
Yeah.
out of the way,
I'll
so
go.
nobody
I'll
else.
go sneak and snatch him and drag him in there.
But if we give him the Grinnick, he could get crazed, right?
Yeah.
Does that give him power? Or?
I mean, you give me an intelligence check, please.
We can
No,
tie him
right.
up first.
Maybe one of us could taste it first to see what happens.
Oh my God!
Not
Not
that-
me.
Oh, okay. You went the other way with that, yeah.
10 plus 0.
Plus 0, yeah. So you're I mean, your guess is as good as your guess, right? Yeah,
Okay.
they could. You think we could give him this stuff, and he'll like those guys were nuts and went nuts and attacked us.
We handled
On
them
the other
just
hand,
fine.
like this guy is so like weak and fragile right now that you're like, I don't know what you would give this guy to even make him normal, much less like a raving.
we bring him in here.
Monkey man.
We ask him the
Take
information.
off all his clothes.
No, Avril.
Time up.
We ask him the questions,
no wonder
and
we're
then we
getting
tell
followed.
him if he gives us the information, then he gets the Grinnick.
Yeah. Cool,
What?
cool. That's dark, man.
What
That's
if-
dark for you.
What if we go out there and read out these names and see which one looks up?
Grana?
Wugget?
There's definitely not.
What
a
would that get
there's
us?
Not a
Because
Wugget
he's
in
the
that
one
room.
just before the Muckfutter.
Oh, yeah, Wugget, tell us.
Was just before the Muckfutter. Maybe he saw him.
Or
Or-
North.
Or North.
North.
Right after.
North, your appointment is ready. North.
Everybody, give me an intelligence check.
Uh-oh. Sweet mama. Sweet mama. Ooh, that ain't bad. Ow, my body.
Oh boy,
Whoa.
rough.
It's you.
Ooh, 12.
Well,
That hot
you know,
12.
He says Wugget, and you look and you're like, oh, Wugget's name is on this list twice, but in different places.
Yeah, that's right. It was here too.
Yeah, it's one of the.
Oh. The fuck?
Someone trading bodies?
Oh God, yeah. Wugget tried to trade something
Fuck
Wugget.
Wugget.
and then didn't and got nothing.
Oh, so fuck Wugget. He got on the back, so he's dead probably.
Yeah, he didn't have anything, and then somebody traded. Was given Wugget.
As a slave, maybe?
Yeah, then
Oh no, so he gave Wugget, right?
no,
To the-
he
Oh,
got
I was
it.
thinking
Oh,
these were the
'cause-
names of the kobolds, but maybe it's 2 kobolds
Yeah.
plus a couple
Okay.
goblins.
2
Is
kobolds.
there Sterna on here? No.
No. Yeah, what if the goblin? What if the? Yeah.
That's
I
why you
didn't
don't
think about
recognize
that.
the names. They're not kobolds.
Yeah.
They're goblins.
Yeah, because
Dang.
kobolds are on here a couple of times.
Yeah, kobolds. Yeah, they didn't.
They
weren't
don't
specific
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
So they didn't enslave kobolds.
Oh, they did. They did.
Oh, absolutely.
They absolutely did.
Because I thought they would just kill him.
Right.
But
no, if
Or
you're,
there's a
if
couple.
you're,
There's a couple. I
if you're
think.
interpreting this log correctly, then somebody is trading kobolds and goblins to somebody on this list.
Oh.
See, bad people,
All right,
Grayson.
so
bad goblins.
I'm
Muckfutter.
going with the tying up the goblin.
Talking like
Like this has just enraged me even more.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta go out there and maybe Wugget's out here, high as hell.
Well, Wugget's the one
Sick.
that was on this list, so he's probably gone.
I don't know, might be, but
But-
if he's here, he'll
all right.
have a vendetta against his own people. We
Let's
can talk
call
to
out. Let's just go out there and call out the names one by one.
him. Wugget, it's your mother.
No, there's definitely not an answer from Wugget.
North? Is there a North?
How about Sterna?
Let me see.
Are any of you Gregory Muckfutter turned into goblins?
Oh, that's me.
It's me.
Grayson, you say north, and you see somebody over at the fire, kind of like look up, like north, north, north.
North. Bag him and tag him.
I bag him and tag him. I bag him? Tag him? Hold on.
You
I
bag-
didn't agree to this.
You put him in the bag and you name it Nerf.
Oh,
And
all
then
right.
tag him
I'm gonna go snag him.
Okay.
Tie his hands up a little bit.
Okay, this is not difficult to do. This guy is
All right.
he's one of the 6 that's stuck around the fire that is in awful shape. You know, you see him, his hands are trembling. There's just sweat pouring off of him. You're not sure how much longer this guy's going to live, to be honest, because
All right.
he looks in
So-
such rough shape.
I'll pull him in the side room. I was like, we might need to get him some of this Grinnick right now.
Well, let's close the door so nobody
You
else
say
sees.
that, and he's like, Grinnick,
Shut the door. Shut the door.
Grinnick.
I'm gonna put a little sip in his mouth.
He tries to like grab the container and
I
drink.
tied
You're
his
like,
hands.
Oh, okay, all right. You put it in, like, Grinnick.
Can I
Put a little
can
in
I
there.
like kick him in the face?
What?
Yeah, just when like he gets because he's getting sassy.
Good
so
cop,
I'm like,
bad cop.
so I'm like,
Yeah.
calm down.
I want to be sexy, Kyle.
All right, so you kick him in the face, and he kind of like, rolls
Passes
over.
out and dies.
Dead. Yeah. Immediate death.
Please.
I'll give him one sip.
All right. And then you see that gross goblin tongue kind of like,
Put that away. No more Grinnick if your tongue come out.
Grinnick, Oh, please give Grinnick, please.
We
You want more
some,
Grinnick? We've got some questions.
we have
to
some
answer.
requests.
Smart Grinnick.
We have some questions for you.
I tell. What want?
What is this Makfata? 100 shinies. What is this about? This business?
Shinies. Shiny, yellow, shinies.
Gold? Take out a gold coin.
Shinies.
But
He gave them 100.
100 gold for what? What is this?
Go through down. Go through down.
To go through the hole.
He wanted to go down here, into this. Oh,
I told you there's a chamber below.
well, I believe you.
There,
And I want to
down
go.
below's big room.
Okay,
It's a big
kick
chamber.
him in the hole.
You kick him in the hole.
Go find him.
Good Grinnick, I answer. You give drink.
Like a
Please?
drop.
A little sip. I give him a little sip.
Oh,
Put that tongue. North. If you put that tongue out your mouth and I gotta see it again, you ain't getting no more Grinnick. Never.
She'll cut it off.
I put it in there.
This
Okay.
is even worse. I don't know
Okay,
what
I give
this
him
is.
another. God damn it! Yeah, he's so ugly.
Okay, I kick him in the face again. And then I go kobolds. Where?
tongue hurt now.
No, put that away. North. No.
You're making birdsong upset. You don't want to do that.
I was like, who?
Birdsong.
Don't call me that.
Her last name's Hale now.
That is just not even true.
You were
Whoa.
raised by them parents.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, bird.
I didn't marry them.
Beware, birdsong.
Oh, God damn it! Oh, God damn it.
no. Wait, what does that mean? Why are you... What is this?
Beware, birdsong.
Who told you that? Was it Gregory?
He's so good at that.
Makfata?
It's the tongue. I mean, as much as you hate it. It's,
Birdsong? Makfata?
No.
Who told you about birdsong?
Belloc.
Belloc? Huh.
Oh, looks like that's the one trading kobolds the most. And other goblins.
Belloc.
Who's
Belloc
Belloc?
down.
Belloc sings the bird song.
See, I told y'all it wasn't me.
Belloc sings the birdsong.
What's it mean when he sings the bird song? Okay, your hands are tied up, so I'm not sure how you're doing that.
It's very nice whistling, though.
Yeah.
It is pleasant.
He's the musician of the group, clearly.
He control mushrooms. He control plant. He
Oh, that's where the apple thing happened, probably.
Bad nature time when he sing his song. You hear the bird song, the branches close in, the brush reaches up. You cannot run, you cannot get away, you are trapped. And then Belloc comes for you, and he puts the drops in your eyes, and he makes you drink the drinks so much not like Grinnick.
Huh.
Damn.
So
Belloc very bad, but Belloc brings the apples.
From down there?
Oh my God.
Where did...
Put it away. Don't make me say it again.
So
No. Okay, now you're doing it on
Dale.
purpose.
Dell and Gregory came here. They traded 100 gold to go down, and they're probably dealing with whoever this Belloc is.
Why would
All
they
right.
want to associate with them?
I don't know. Why would they come here at all?
Great question.
What do you want to do with this one, Yuzdrael?
Give drink. Drink time. I answer questions.
yeah.
I so nice. I make nice
He
time.
gave us
Tell
the
you.
information. We made a deal. Deals are important to you, right?
Yeah, I gave him the 2 drinks that we asked for.
Yep.
I didn't make promises besides that.
But the glass not.
You got any more affirmation?
not em-
Information?
That
I
whole
like
Belloc
you,
thing was
you nice.
post-drink.
Drink giver lady.
Can I take the rest of the drink, start to give it to him, and then smash it?
Of course you can. Yes.
That's
All right.
possible,
So,
that is
And as it hits the ground, like he immediately dives to his knees and just starts lapping the floor with his.
I see that tongue work. Yep, there it is.
Oh my God! Why'd you do that? Why did you do that?
Yeah. I wanted to see him squirm.
He doesn't mind the glass, it seems.
Oh my God! His tongue is bleeding and writhing, and I hate this.
It goes right around it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Just look.
It's very leathery.
Do we have any other questions we need to ask him?
No.
I want to ask about this tongue.
I'll cut his throat.
All right. So as he's leaned over and lapping the last of the Grinnick off of the cobblestone, Avril just sort of like lances out with her rapier and it goes through his Adam's apple.
Oh, I just wanted to take my dagger and just
Sure. All right. So you slit his.
real quiet.
Oh.
Bye.
Was that an?
And he turns and he rolls over and his eyes roll up and the last thing you just see is like.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Was that necessary? Like, was he a threat?
Well, it didn't work, did it? His tongue's still doing something. Oh,
Christ, Avril.
You can't kill people because of their tongues.
he's not a people.
Yeah, he's a goblin.
It's a life. It's not much of a life, and
Do you want to see? You want to see this ledger again? How they're trading other animals? That's
trading
not right.
kobolds.
That's not right. They're doing drugs. They're killing kobolds that are just trying to live their dang lives. They're not good creatures, Grayson. Quit trying to act like they're little angels.
I'm not saying that.
Look at that tongue.
They could be
They
imprisoned.
ain't. Oh, okay, because that's a much nicer fate for sure. Cool, great. Because are you nice to your prisoners? You real nice to them?
Not if they're goblins.
So which prisoners are you nice to?
Gnomes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel sort of stuck for an answer on that one.
Just wanted to be clear about that.
As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
no, not really any of them
Nothing's
at
coming to
all.
my head. I'll think about it.
All right.
Talk about it later.
I'm sorry,
Sure.
my comment's not great right now.
I can speak Draconic. If you
Ah.
want to.
Oh, can you?
Yeah,
can,
please
actually.
have a conversation.
Are we going to explore this hole?
That's what she said.
Yes.
All right, very good. So, if there's nothing further that you haven't really dealt with in this room, and you've sort of pushed through the vast majority of the Goblin territory, rooms to explore. So at this point, I think this is a good place to like wrap this session, and we'll pick up with the lower depths of the Sunless Citadel next session.
Spoopy.
The rat
So-
warrens next time.
Oh, that's right. Wait, that's right. Now it's time to go back to the rat warrens. I'm gonna open that fountain of death, you guys.
I guarantee that's where you
Definitely
die.
true.
I
Definitely
guarantee
true.
that's what's going to happen. Like,
No.
oh, this will be
It'd
fun.
be so fun.
Ah!
She's gonna almost die, and then Grayson's gonna take the hit.
Oh.
That's how it's gonna go.
And then I'm going to kill myself.
All right.
Despite him.
Oh, no.
Very good. Very good.
when I die.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been our latest installment of the Sunless Citadel. This is the Ironkeep Chronicles. Let's have a big round of applause for all of our players, everybody. Graf, what do you got coming up this week? Anything left for the remainder of the week here that you want to promote?
Not on saving throw, I
Not
don't
on
think.
saving throw? That doesn't have to just be on saving throw.
In my real life,
In your real
Whoa,
life or
yeah.
whatever.
birthday party for someone else on Saturday.
Sure.
Oh, I was like, you did
Sunday.
not invite me. This is very rude.
It's not mine. Sunday we're doing, I think this is public knowledge now, the music video, right? Is that true?
What?
Can I talk about that?
No.
Okay, cool. Just kidding. Nothing is happening on
Nothing
Sunday.
is happening.
Never mind.
Nothing is happening on Sunday.
What
All
about
right.
you, Havana?
Yeah.
We're doing a 12-hour stream over on my channel on Friday.
Whoa.
So that's we just recently hit 3K followers.
Holy
Nice.
So,
shit.
and Tippy's in town for that.
Tippy!
Well, not for that, but it lined up nicely.
Just
It
for
lined up,
that.
but she'll be co-hosting it with me. So on my channel, twitch.tv/Vanna_Rama. So give me a follow over there, and we'll be playing all sorts of crazy games, probably viewer games and stuff too.
Are we doing Team No Pants? Because I'll play that.
We could if
I've
my
got
game
it.
won't crash.
Oh,
but,
right. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
it.
we
I also
gotta
got
play
the Star Trek thing.
Oh, we're going to play that too.
And yeah, follow me on Twitter, Havanarama. And yeah, me and Jordan Pridgeon and my friend Brittany just finished up shooting our new web series, the first episode. So follow Dad Magic on YouTube. It's not up yet, but it will be someday.
Dad Magic.
Subscribe.
Dad Magic. Very good. Mr. Eric Reichert.
You can always follow me on Instagram at mostly shit. And if you're in the Los Angeles area, this Saturday and every second Saturday of the month, my sketch team, The Vanities, performs at the Nerd School at 8 p.m. So if you're ever in town, check that out.
Now, is there a particular style of improv or
It's a sketch team.
Sketch? Is there? How many of you are in the? troupe?
It's a team of 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Damn.
All right. Okay, very good. Do you have any sketches that you've written that are coming up next time?
Not in this one, because until a few days ago, I thought I was going to be out of town for it. So,
Okay.
so not this month, but I try to get one in each time.
Fair enough. Lizette, we met through the Bearded Men over at
Yes.
Impro Theater. Are you in any shows at Impro, or do you have anything going on with?
Yeah, I
wanna
mean, well, if you go to improtheater.com, theater spelled R-E, you'll see a list of shows there that are fun. There is a what we call Pledge Drive Unscripted coming up at Impro. It's going to be June 30th and July 1st, 30 straight hours of improv, live streamed on the Impro Theater Facebook page. And also, if you come down to Los Feliz, I mean, come down at 3 o'clock in the morning, see sleep-deprived improvisers doing improv. It's going to be fun, yeah.
That's cool.
Very good. I will be sitting in on the marathon on the 1st of July at like 4 o'clock. We're going to be doing Dungeons & Dragons, the improvised campaign over at Impro Theater as part of that marathon. So if you would like to see, if you're in town, you'd like to see the live version, in-person version, because we also do it over on the Geek and Sundry channel, but that's a totally different thing with like different camera angles and stuff like that. And I do like doing the in-person theater show just because that live theater experience is so much more like to the wall. So I'll be doing that. You can also check me and Gaurav and Dom out on Sunday the 17th. Saturday the 17th. We will be appearing at the Barnes & Noble in Burbank, as I mentioned earlier. I put my book down. Here it is. Along with Scott Woodard for Cinema and Sorcery. We're going to be playing a little D&D, and he is going to be talking about his treatise on fantasy movies. This is published by Green Ronin. They also have a new Kickstarter out called The Lost Citadel, which just funded, and it is partially a result of their external talent search that they did to diversify their writers base. So go check out The Lost Citadel by Green Ronin over on Kickstarter. I will be doing Disorganized Play. We're going to talk about this session, talk about how the game went, what happened, all of the fun and hijinks, what may be in store for our intrepid adventurers next session. I'll probably do some Q&A, and I'm definitely going to show off my Reaper Bones Froggy Moth.
Cool.
I don't know about all the other bones that I've got. I got the core set, and like everybody got the core set, so I'm not going to do an exhaustive inventory of that. But the Froggy Moth miniature is super cool. So tune in for that 2 o'clock Pacific tomorrow. You can join me right here on Saving Throw for that. Friday night, tomorrow night is Never Tell Me the Odds with Mr. David Crennan, our Star Wars show.
America's GM.
America's
That's right.
GM, Mr. David Crennan. That's my David Crennan impersonation.
That's pretty accurate.
I don't know. And then Friday night, Deadlands Reloaded, right?
Wild cards.
Wild Cards. Why is
Playing
they're playing Deadlands, and it's I'm just gonna say Reloaded because I like to say Reloaded. I don't know. You're doing sort of standalone episodes still, right? It's sort of like
This is the final episode of Wild Cards.
this is the last one of Wild Card. They had the season finale. For the season,
Yeah.
the quote unquote like series finale or the arc finale 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then you've been doing a couple one-off, what if kind of.
The wedding of the century happens.
Oh, the wedding of the century.
Or maybe just the
Or just
episodes
of those
that.
episodes.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So tune in for all that stuff. And then, speaking of finales, on Saturday is the finale of Phoenix Dawn Command, hosted and GM'd by the lovely Mac Beauvais. So check out that. And then following Phoenix Dawn Command, that following week, we start up with... No, we don't start up with anything. We have... We have Saturdays off. Is that what happens?
Until July 8th.
Oh, until July 8th, we have Saturdays off. You're left to your own devices. Until our marathon, which is in June, which Mr. Brian Patterson is coming in for. I'm very excited about that. So that is a long-winded rundown of all of the magic. You can look and do a chat command, and boom, pop, you get our whole calendar and all of our social and all of the ways that you can donate to us. I want to thank Mr. Dom Zook for being the man behind the action. Camera monkey, chat monster extraordinaire. I want to thank Lizette once again for sitting in and being prepared. Thank you so much. You did a great job. I want to thank our players. I want to thank all of you for all of your love, attention, and support. We've got our big ALZ marathon coming up later this month, and I hope you can all join us for that. It's going to be a good time. So until next time, let's dungeon!